What kind of programs does this school have? How are the test scores? How many kids do a classroom? Homes.com knows these are all things you ask when you're home shopping as a parent. That's why each listing on Homes.com includes extensive reports on local schools, including photos, parent reviews, test scores, student-teacher ratio, school rankings, and more. The information is from multiple trusted sources and curated by Homes.com's dedicated in-house research team. It's all so you can make the right decision for your family. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
It's time to dust off your glove, grab your bat, and hit the road for some baseball. But before you head to the game, make sure your ride is in top shape. At Axton Automotive, our skilled mechanics ensure your vehicle is running smoothly so you can focus on cheering for your team. Don't strike out this spring. Get your car ready for baseball season. Visit AxtonAutomotive.com or call 360-685-7976.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith from the Men's Room. And did you know I have a podcast? Well, I do. The Podcast. New episodes uploaded every Wednesday on the Odyssey app.
Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the Men's Room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to the Men's Room.
And away we go. Welcome to season 19 and episode number 4128. Along with Steve the Thrill Hill, the Ted Smith, and my cock, Montgomery. And you are the Men's Room. On tap today, once again, we play Big Dummy. Ted's Meat and Potatoes has meals that people loved as kids but don't eat now. We will play Profile This. Plus headlines, Men's Room Shot of the Day, fundable listener emails, and everyone's favorite, TV Time with Ted.
Click, clack, driggity drum.
All right, here we go. Tragedy on I-95 as a tractor-trailer fire burns 40,000 pounds of beer. Meanwhile, an Ohio lawyer can practice again after filling up Pringles cans with his rear. We stay in Ohio where man is sore today after taking a roller coaster to the face. A man who stole 4 beers says that jail is not the worst place. And a woman orders a game controller on Amazon and gets a live cobra instead. That is all coming on today's very special episode of The Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, today is the day that we play Big Dummy, a game show that rewards you for your stunning ignorance. And here's how it works. You call us, we will spin the cash. We will spin the category wheel. I know you're fired up.
Fired up, man. First day of summer.
I know. I feel it. Happy solstice to you.
Yeah, happy solstice to you.
But we will spin the category wheel, and then we'll ask you a question from that category. Now, here's where Big Dummy separates itself from your average, more reputable game show. We will continue to ask you questions until you get one right. Because, as always, we want you to leave here smarter than you showed up. Now, so far this year, our biggest dummy has been the lovely and talented Pam, who's still mad that no one ever told her the last name of the man who voiced Bugs Bunny, and found a way to answer 14 consecutive questions wrong. Can you do better? Of course you can. Everyone else has. So give us a call, and off we go on Big Dummy.
To make a test and to play Big Dummy, call 206-803-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Men's Room Live, and send those emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com.
What kind of programs does this school have? How are the test scores? How many kids do a classroom? Homes.com knows these are all things you ask when you're home shopping as a parent. That's why each listing on Homes.com includes extensive reports on local schools, including photos, parent reviews, test scores, student-teacher ratio, school rankings, and more. The information is from multiple trusted sources and curated by Homes.com's dedicated in-house research team. It's all so you can make the right decision for your family. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Better health isn't always about the big things. Sometimes it's a nudge from a friend, or a head nod from a fellow jogger, or even a smile from across the breakfast table when you've decided to pass on the bacon. It's the little things that lead to better health, and Regence is here as a partner, opening doors to the care you need, no matter the size, because it all adds up to something big, a healthier you. Regence Blue Shield. Together we health.
Listening to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Home and Charles, away we go. Welcome to Season 19, Episode number 4128. What a large and in charge program we have for you today on this beautiful Thursday afternoon.
It is.
Exciting return to the head chef and Ted's Meat Potatoes. You have meals and foods that we loved as kids, but that doesn't transfer into adulthood as far as the things you eat now.
Yeah, kids make some strange meals. And some of these you've probably had.
Sure.
One of them I know you guys get on me about because I thought everybody did it as a kid. But like as an adult, you're like, this is kind of gross. I don't know why I was eating that.
Okay.
Or drinking that.
Yeah, I felt that way about a Twinkie. And I had all these nostalgic thoughts. My parents never got me Twinkies. But I go to a friend's house, your friend's parents hooked them up with Twinkies. Anytime I went to their house, I got Twinkies. Maybe 20 years passes. I'm at a Rite Aid, see Twinkies sitting up there. I'm like, I remember Twinkies. I was so excited, bit into that thing, spit it out. I'm like, this is awful.
Not good.
This is terrible.
I told you, we used to freeze them because it was like ice cream, the cream.
What about the spongy part?
It was just kind of hard.
Okay.
I still have a soft spot for Totino's party pizzas, pizza rolls for whatever reason. Don't really taste anything like pizza, but
I'll still once in a while eat a party pizza, but I don't know. Pizza rolls for me, I'm over it.
It's like a grease pocket.
Yeah.
Well, the party pizza does not taste like pizza, but nothing tastes like a party pizza except a party pizza. Yep. And every once in a while, that is exactly what you want.
Plus, if you're alone eating one, it's a good reason to crack a beer. Like, well, it is a party.
Yeah. When I was in high school, I would tell my mom, because I want to say they're like, they might have been 50 cents or a quarter, but she would get an actual box of the frozen El Paso bean burritos.
Oh yeah.
And that was a huge snack food for me. Pop it in the microwave, get some hot sauce, and just sit there and eat a bean burrito. And, I mean, there were 12 in a box. And I'd go through them as fast as I could because, I'll just make a burrito. What the hell's the deal? So meals, people love this, kids, but don't eat now. Coming up with the head chef. Let's see. We do have some updated locations for the Men's Room IPA from Black Raven Brewing. Don't forget, you have a chance to taste it on draft as the Men's Room World Tour stops at the Lime in Kirkland this Saturday from 2 until 4. It is absolutely free. Support the Fisher House. Party with us for a couple hours. Should be a beautiful day on Saturday. We will have the Men's Room IPA on draft. We'll have the Men's Room Beer Brat from Uli's World Famous Sausage. The Men's Room Roasted Red Salsa from San Juan Salsa. If you've never seen those out, if you've never had a chance to taste it, stop by for an hour or two and just hang with us and drink some beers. It's going to be a good afternoon. Saturday, the Lime in Kirkland from 2 until 4. What else do we have? Don't forget, another programming note, just so you remember, tomorrow, Metallica tickets all day.
Correct.
All day long. We'll tell you how to win tomorrow. So if you're looking to get into Metallica, I believe what you do, from what I understand, when you hear a Metallica song tomorrow,
All right.
you text 72, the number 72, to 206-803-ROCK.
What is the significance of 72?
I know
it has something to do with the tour, right?
I know the answer to that, believe it or not. The number 72 represents the number of years that have gone by since Metallica announced this tour and since their stop in Seattle. So you get a chance to win
72 seasons, an album.
Right.
Yeah. So 72 to 206-803-ROCK all day tomorrow. Keep in mind, the Daily Mix Morning Show, obviously they're going to kick that off. Ryan's got those tickets all day as well, as do we in the afternoon and Kevin at night. So you get a full day to win Metallica tickets. When you hear Metallica, text 72 to 206-803-ROCK. All right, and today is the day we play the game known as Big Dummy. Easy game to play. We'll spin the category wheel. You're either playing for Team Sober or Team Not Sober. And as you said, our biggest dummy is Pam. Took her 13 questions to get one right. I'm still mulling over the joke you told earlier, and I still haven't been able to process it yet.
Say it again.
Mike pieced it together, and texter was like, I like that one. Pam, where the hell is it? She's still mad that no one ever told her the last name of the man who voiced Bugs Bunny. Didn't matter who she asked, everyone just told her
Which is Blank.
Yeah, Mel Blanc.
Okay.
That's his actual name.
I know.
But see,
Blank,
she's
Blank.
dumb.
That's too intelligent of a joke for Big Dummy.
Yeah.
And for miles.
It took me I couldn't process it.
I still didn't get it until he said
Well, he's a Looney Tunes guy. It makes sense.
I'm a
He's gonna
huge
bring it up.
Looney Tunes guy.
I had to ask. So you're either going to play for Team Sober or Team Not Sober.
Dumb it down, bro.
Yeah, Pam is the biggest dummy. And when we play Big Dummy, we like to do a little men's room poll, and we were fresh on the eve of the weekend of Father's Day.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided we're going to eliminate one holiday, and you would be in charge of that. So the holidays that you could eliminate, we had Christmas, the 4th of July, Father's/Mother's Day, and Thanksgiving. And as we put the poll up, if you follow us on Twitter at Men's Room Live, here are the results from last week's poll. At 7%, if you could eliminate one holiday, the least picked, that would be Christmas.
All right.
No surprise there, Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. In third place, Thanksgiving at 12%.
Okay.
I love Thanksgiving, one of my favorite holidays. I know the work goes into it. I just love the meal. I love the day. I love the 4-day weekend. Thanksgiving, even if I'm traveling and in an airplane like I was last year for basically 2 straight days, it's still an enjoyable experience.
The only reason I want to keep Thanksgiving, I do not care about the food. I do enjoy football, but you get a 4-day weekend. Do not eliminate a holiday that is like a twofer.
In second place, barely squeaking out Thanksgiving at 13%, that would be the 4th of July.
All right.
And overwhelmingly, if you could eliminate one holiday, 68% said Father's Day and Mother's Day, which we kind of expected might happen. Okay, so this week's Men's Room poll is going to be... It's going to be a hard one to pick based on the circumstances behind this. Every once in a while, the older you get, sometimes things become unfortunate in certain situations. And that's the situation that we are putting you in today. You're going to poop your pants.
It's going to happen.
And if you haven't done this yet as an adult, trust me.
Try it now.
You'd be surprised.
Live a little.
Yeah, live a little, man. Try it right now.
Just like anything else, like a car accident. You never thought when you got in your car that day that you were going to get into a wreck.
But the advocates won't help you if you poop your pants.
And you might, maybe you do leave the house with a, sour stomach, or maybe you have a clue that it's coming on. But it tends to happen. The problem with it is, where does it happen? Mm-hmm. So, for an example, if I came in today and I pooped my pants at work, well, I have a couple good things going for me. Number one, I've got a change of clothes, which I keep in the office. Now, the reason I keep the change of clothes in there is if I ever get my ass motivated, there's a gym in the building, I can go there.
Or in case you poop your pants.
Typically, that does not happen. But in the event that I poop my pants, I've got a pair of shorts, a pair of underwear, and a fresh T-shirt.
Yeah.
All right? So work is not necessarily the worst place. You know your boss. You know the people that you work with. It's very easy. It would be very easy for me to walk up to Ryan Castle and say, Ryan, man, I know it's 1:30, man. I've got to go home and change real quick, man.
I think you get to go home if you crap your pants.
Tell them
like a federal rule, you're saying? Like, no matter your workplace, if you poop your pants, you get to go
Tell
home.
them to start the show. I'll get home as fast as I can and run back. I'll at least be on the air for 2.5, 3 hours of show. So work is not the worst case scenario. Pooping your pants at home is not the worst case scenario. I had a situation about probably a month ago, 3 weeks ago. I am stripped naked, all right? And I am 2 feet away from my shower, my bathtub. And I am going to take a shower. Now, at that moment, I realized I need to fart.
All right.
So I blow one out. Not a fart. All over my towel. Oh, yeah. All over the little mat that I put down, to step out to keep my feet dry. All over that. I mean, literally, right beside the toilet, 1 foot away from my bathtub. That's where this happens, which is not the worst thing in the world. But
not the best.
It just happened. I was like, oh my God, like what is going on? Anyway, you're going to poop your pants and it's going to be bad and you're going to have to deal with it the best way you can. So here's your locations to do this. Number one, it's going to be a concert. Now, Steve, I know you have firsthand experience of someone who had this happen to them, who came in from out of town, who was going, ironically enough, we just played the Chili Peppers. It was a Red Hot Chili Pepper concert.
She did not make it to the concert. Keep in mind, we're at a restaurant about to get, so basically we're going to pregame a little bit and then walk to the concert. So we're in Upper Belltown because the concert obviously is a climate pledge. And we are leaving the restaurant. We have eaten. We've had a couple of drinks, but nobody's hammered or anything. I'm always outside first, smoking a cigarette. Next person walks out. Then the wife walks out, and we're just waiting, and we're waiting, and we're waiting. And finally my wife goes, well, look, man, she was going into the bathroom. I'll just go check and see what's going on. I'm like, cool. Wife comes out, says, she said go without her. I'm like, she bought a plane ticket and flew 3,000 miles, yes, to visit me, but coinciding with the Chili Peppers concert. I said, why did she buy a concert ticket, fly 3,000 miles, and now she's not going to go to the concert? My wife's like, look, she essed her pants. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, she essed her pants, man. So she's got an Uber. Now think about this. She had to Uber back to, we're to give her a key, and she had to Uber back to my place to change her clothes, but she never made the show. But yeah, she pooped herself. And I did not see her until we got home from the concert, and I just had the biggest grin on my face, like, I heard you pooped yourself. She's like, I did. At the restaurant. And she's like, I was going to the bathroom. She has IBS. But she's like,
oh, all right. But I'm kind of wondering, like, damn.
No, but she's like, I can feel it coming on. But she's like, look, I've always had IBS. I rarely poop myself, right? You kind of gauge it. You know your warning signs, whatever those might be. I don't know. I don't have IBS. But she's like, that's why I went into the bathroom. And basically, so when her hand hit the stall door, that was it. Didn't matter.
Yep.
Then she just sat in there and cried.
So keep in mind, you bought a ticket. You're going to a concert. Obviously, you want to be there. You like the artist. You've been waiting for this. This is, but it's at a concert. You figure it out. Are you going to leave? Are you going to try to fix the situation in the bathroom of the concert? What are you going to do? Next up is a first date dinner. You are out at dinner with a date for the very first time.
Very first time.
Now, this is someone, obviously, who you want to go out with, or you wouldn't be sitting across from them at dinner. Hopefully they want to be there with you, too. But either way...
Well, until that happens.
That's a bad spot for it to happen, but that's where it's going to happen. You are in a public restaurant. You are on a date. It is your first date. It is a dinner. All right? That's option number 2.
First date.
First date.
First dinner date.
All right.
And we should say just first and only date.
Well, no, because I just wrote down dinner
That's
date.
Okay. That's
Some
okay.
people are like, oh, dinner date. For this guy, Ty says, my wife will understand if we have to leave McDonald's.
Well, yeah, if I got to put myself in front of my wife, I go, okay, this is probably the best person to do it in front of.
Okay. Next up on the list, we have one of the most magical places on earth. That would be Disneyland. I believe I just saw where Danny V from the Daily Mix Morning Show is down there with his
he took his daughter down there.
It's a happy spot.
But
right?
did he poop himself?
But typically, keep in mind, there's a couple different things here. You don't go to Disneyland with strangers. You are with family who might be able to understand the situation more so than others. But
You're surrounded by thousands of strangers.
that is correct. I don't know if you've ever been to Disneyland. It's not cool. It is hot. It is hotter than hell. I mean, it is hot. It seems like all year round. Maybe January, December, you get a break. Other than that, it is steamy hot, and you just steamed yourself at Disneyland. Not a cheap ticket to try to figure out what's going on. On the
There
plus
is a
side,
lot of options. Are you about to say that on the plus side? Like
you can buy. Maybe hopefully you can buy some pants.
You could buy some pants, and I'm almost willing to bet somebody could go up to a cast member and be like, "Hey, we got a little situation. Miles pooped his pants."
What if I see Mickey? Do I run up to him? Do I ask him? Hey, sir, I'm sorry.
First of all, you can't run up on Mickey.
I know this is your place, man, but I just soiled myself. What do I do? I guess he can't talk to me because he's not.
Characters don't talk.
Okay.
You think any of the mascots would poop themselves? Like,
For sure.
While interacting with the kids? Because if I'm, like, dressed as Chip or Dale, no, the kid's not going to know because by the time the brown seeps through, it's a big outfit, right? But, I'm swinging the kid around and just, what do you do?
Yep.
Do you have to stay? Because Disney's real strict about how those mascots operate. So I'd say I have a 45-minute shift, and I'm covering this part of the park. I poop myself a minute 15. There's still a line of children waiting
Mickey's
to come.
got to step away for a
But,
second.
I mean, what do you do?
Yeah,
I don't think you can just like run into the bathroom if you're Chip and clean yourself
No,
up.
I'm sure somebody's crapped in a mascot costume. I should say, if they're in costume like that, they don't talk. The princesses can talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just pooped myself. I'll be back, Kate.
Your fourth option. That would be at a sporting event. You name the event, that's where this goes down. You're at a Mariners game, you're at a Seahawks game, you're at the Sounders.
I'd say Sounders because people
You're at the
stand up
Kraken.
through that almost the entire match. Like any other sport, something gets good, people stand up.
But you got to sit in it.
But I'm saying, but here's the thing: if I sit in my poop, then everyone just knows someone has pooped themselves, but they can't identify. The Sounders game, everyone's standing, everyone behind me goes, "That guy just crapped himself."
You have to remember, there's a reason that babies get cranky and start crying when they have a soiled diaper. It does not take long for diaper rash to set in, especially when you have a soiled diaper. So even if you have soiled pants, don't think for 1 minute that the same thing is not going to happen to you as an adult.
sure.
So you got to at least someone clean that up. So,
But I would say I would take Sounders over Seahawks just for the amount of people. I feel like at least the bathroom will be a little cleaner while I'm cleaning up.
okay, for
NFL Sunday.
it's a shorter game, so people
Right, NFL Sunday, those bathrooms are atrocious.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
So you're going to poop your pants bad. Are you taking the concert, the first dinner date, Disneyland, or a sporting event? Ted, do you have a...
I'm going Disneyland 100%.
Just based on the fact that you think that would be the best option as far as finding a place to either buy stuff...
Correct.
And clean yourself up.
Well, somebody here on the text line says, if it happens at Disneyland or Disney World, you can go to the first aid building. They have showers for such poop situations. Happens more often than you think. So Disney has dealt with so many people, and not kids, but I assume adults, older people, where they're like, you know what? Let's just add showers to the first aid because someone's going to crap their pants today.
That's why I'm taking Disney, because they just, again, it is super expensive to go to those parks, but they have thought about everything.
Okay, all right. Well, maybe a sporting event, you could go down in the team's locker room and shower up real quick.
What are you doing in there?
I mean, you could buy a jersey and shorts. I guess, do they...
I mean,
a baseball game you can't, right? They don't have, like, Mariners pants. I mean, the Seahawks...
I don't know. That's what I'm thinking about.
Do they have sweatpants?
Right, like Sounders games, they sell shorts, but you're right. I don't know if I've ever seen pants at an NFL shop.
How about the team store? Well,
Maybe
the team
sweats.
Store, yeah.
Maybe buy some lady tights.
There you go. That's what if I poop myself, I'm putting on ladies' pants, and that's the only thing that's
damn,
clean.
dog. Your butt looks good.
As far as the facilities are concerned, I think maybe one of the worst case scenarios would be at a concert. But then again, typically concerts do happen at night. So at least it's not as obvious as it would be if it was a daytime event. So as far as people being able to see outwardly.
Sure.
Because it's nighttime. That you have done this.
But imagine you're at a daytime concert at the Gorge. Now, you've pooped yourself and your campsite is 48 miles. You might get out of there without anyone noticing, but that's a long walk in the desert with a pile of crap in your butt.
Yeah.
That, to me, would be worse than the nighttime concert by leaps and bounds. Like, please, not at the Gorge, man.
I think I'm taking the dinner date.
First
I'm
date,
going to take the first
you would
date.
not be married to the woman you are married to now if the first time, and she'll tell you different because now you're married.
Sure.
But we both know if it were your first date and you...
Then it wasn't meant to be. That to me is just a sign that this isn't supposed to happen. At least then I
God
can get
has
home and not have to,
spoken
that's right. Then I
through
don't
my
have to sit
anus.
in it.
Yeah.
And I feel like I could suave my way out of that.
What is your slick line to make that an okay moment?
I mean, there's no slick line, but like I'm going to laugh it off.
You're
I'm a
not gonna
comedian, man. I
believe
make
this.
fun of whatever it is that I do. Like at some point, I'm going to be open with like, I'll poop myself.
It does sound like a story you would tell. How did you guys meet?
You
What well,
bet.
the first date, unfortunately, but for whatever reason,
I'm just
stuck
going to
by
laugh
me.
it off.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Eventually.
Our men's room poll, you poop your pants bad. Are you at a concert, first dinner date, Disneyland, or sporting event? Oh, one more thing. Speaking of that thing at the line where you're going to drink that men's room IPA, we do have a brand new men's room IPA Black Raven t-shirt available for you in the Rock Shop at KISW.com.
For those in the market for flavor, there's Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas, a flavorful drink that's a modern twist on a Mexican street classic with 4 vibrant and refreshing flavors. Pineapple, watermelon, hibiscus, and cucumber lime, made with a splash of real fruit juice. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas are perfect for any fiesta, small or big. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas, boldly authentic, vibrantly flavorful. Drink responsibly. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas flavored beers imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. Hibiscus contains juice only for color.
Listen as Selenia tells us why she chose to vaccinate her daughter.
I definitely felt like the pros far outweighed the cons. The diseases that I am protecting my child against, they're still here. And at the end of the day, it's my job as a mother to keep my child safe.
Talk to your child's doctor and learn more at whyvaccines.com. Brought to you by Merck.
Picture this. It's blazing hot outside and you need to get to work. You get into your car and turn on the AC to get cold air pumping as soon as possible. But it doesn't work. Instead, blowing hot air out of your vents and directly into your face. No, your car doesn't hate you. This issue is commonly caused by low refrigerant due to leaks in the air conditioning system. And there's an easy, all-in-one solution that will restore the cold air in no time. There's no need to go to the shop and pay lots of money when you can save time and money recharging yourself with AC Pro Recharge Kits. AC Pro Recharge Kits make restoring cold air easy for even those with zero DIY experience. And the AC Pro app offers clear, vehicle-specific instructions to help you get the job done in less than 10 minutes. So pick up an AC Pro Recharge Kit at any store selling auto products and confidently restore your car's cold air yourself today. Be a pro with AC Pro.
Gatorade. Studied, tested, proven. With over 50 years in the making, it's scientifically researched and game tested to help replace the electrolytes you lose in sweat. Buy 2 Gatorade 28-ounce bottles for $5 at 7-Eleven today.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
All right, let's do this. The game is Big Dummy 206-803-ROCK. Steve, who is our first contestant ready to play the big game?
You know her for her underalls. Hello, Lacey. Welcome to the men's room.
Lacey!
Hola! How are you, Lacey?
Hola.
Wonderful.
Lacey, are you on team sober or team not sober?
Not sober.
All right, Lacey, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, our men's room poll. You're going to poop your pants, and it's going to be bad. Will it be at a concert, a first dinner date, Disneyland, or a sporting event?
Ted makes really good points, but I think I'm going to go with first date.
First date.
Wow. Okay, you know how to woo a man.
Is this to get this person out of your life?
I mean, like Mike said, if it was meant to be, it was meant to be. I would just, poop my pants and then just go home.
Oh, you would not stay for dinner?
No, I would just go home.
Yeah,
Or no, you can't walk that one off.
I think
but you
that's-
get back to it.
I think
yeah, Mike makes. They're making points. I don't know if she's just like, sorry, I put my pants.
Okay, Lacey.
You might respect it.
Lacey, what if you'd already put your food order in? In other words,
because now you're going to leave me with the bill.
The waitress has already taken the menus. The food's on the way. You've got appetizers coming first. You got a salad, and you have a full meal. How are you going to explain this to the waiter or the management? Or are you going to let the date do it?
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm just going to tell my date, hey, I pooped my pants, I got to go. Sorry. And maybe throw a 20 on the table.
All right, okay, all right, fair enough.
You know what, Lacey, I'm really starting to like, honest to God, like, you know what, I respect this.
See, now, I would almost switch it now. Now, I think that she does have a leg up being a woman versus me, a man, because I'm gross in general. But I would switch it to like a to-go order, and then I would spend that time having the conversation. You know, this is the little five-minute speed date while the food's coming. Then I'll say, okay, rain check, later. I'll be in touch.
Okay, Lacey, let me ask you this. I picked you up from your place. All right, so I am your ride. You have now pooped yourself. Are you going to Uber home, or are you going to ask me if? Because keep in mind, you got to put your poopy butt in my car seat now.
Right. Hopefully I have a jacket that I can tie around my waist. But I think I'd Uber.
Really? I'd say as a real.
I don't know if you want that $400 cleanup fee.
Yeah, man. Uber is going to be real mad. Keep in mind,
residual.
I still want to have sex with you in spite of the fact that you pooped yourself. The Uber driver has no interest in you. He is hitting you with that $400 cleanup fee because you put poopy material and stunk up his car. And they're very unhappy about that kind of thing. I would drive you home. I would drive you home.
You would drive me home? Okay.
I would drive you home.
Yeah, I would too. The ride.
VD, what do you think?
I apologize for breaking into this really great conversation. Point of contention, Miles, when you were telling me about what the choices for the poll were going to be today, I said, I just leave. And you said, no, you can't leave. You have to stick it out. So are you now telling me that you have changed?
Yes.
You have changed your mind?
Yes.
So now it's okay to escape pooping yourself and not have to sit there in embarrassment and in your own filth?
Yes.
Because I have a problem with that. You're there. You're in for the long haul. You have to stay for the game, the concert.
I mean, it does change my answer. If I have to stay there for the date, I don't think I could do it.
I just think it would be I don't think I could either. I don't think you can stay in
sitting
any of those
one-on-one
situations.
with somebody with
That's what I'm saying.
my pants.
You've got to figure out what your escape
It's the
plan
ultimate
is.
dilemma, which is why I like
That's why
the question.
that's why I eliminated it.
All right.
Because I figured, you know what?
That's fair.
It's too hard. Because I would never want to finish no dessert.
I don't know.
No dessert.
I might go for the.
You don't want the lava cake?
All right, thank you.
All right, Lacey, we've learned a lot about you. I respect you for that. All right, Lacey, here's your question. Sweden, Germany, Liechtenstein, or France? Denmark shares its only land border with what country? Sweden, Germany, Liechtenstein, or France? I like saying Liechtenstein. German for cunnilingus.
I think I'm going to guess Sweden.
I'll go Liechtenstein.
I'm glad you did, but no, Germany.
Okay.
Deutschland.
What do you call people from Denmark?
Danish.
Delicious breakfast
Or Denmarkian.
All right, Lacey knows the joke. Lacey under oath.
Yeah, like I know
Those
the
underalls are covered
Netherlands
in
are the Dutch.
Right, the Dutch.
Right, but Denmark, yeah, you're right. They're Danish. I didn't. I was just like, in my head, I'm
Donut
like,
with no holes are Danish.
Denmarkians.
Yeah, Denmarkian. All right, there are 16 ounces in an American pint. How many ounces are in a British imperial pint?
Wow. Let's go 18.
20.
20.
They're
I'll
trying
tell
to
you what,
drink,
though,
friend.
when you get one at an Irish pub,
You're happy.
it's substantially more beer.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's another fourth of your beer.
It seems like a whole lot more. It really does.
That's why I like when
this is a
Albrecht.
beer, you know?
I tried to order a 32-ounce beer in Texas. It was on the menu, and I was like, "Oh, I'll take that 32-ounce beer." And she's like, "Oh, it's like a thing. It's like set it on the table." I was like, "Oh, I thought it was just a
It's
giant
not just
mug."
a beer. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. So just one guy, that would look crazy. All right, I guess I'll drink 3 more Delos.
All right, Lacey Underalls, what do you get when you mix champagne and stout?
Ooh.
Champagne and stout beer?
Yes.
Wow.
Wow, I've never heard of such a thing. You guys, I'm usually like a one and done.
Have we heard this term before, Steve?
Yeah, you absolutely have.
Okay.
Some people might say it's my nickname. You know.
Okay,
damn
it's
it.
called the Thrill.
Black Monster.
All right, now that you gave it away,
Black
The Black Hammer.
the issue is it Black Velvet?
Black Velvet.
Oh,
But the issue is, wherever you are, the Black Velvet is different.
Because it's what, champagne and stout, or what is the other one? Like sparkling.
Well, you could have it with cider. I always drink it with cider and stout.
Right.
But then some places it just is lager and stout.
Really?
It was also my grandfather's favorite whiskey.
A Black Velvet?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
There was always a big old bottle of
Well, I'll tell you what.
Did he even use a glass? Because I feel like that's recommended
Yes, he
straight
did.
out of the bottle.
That's when you nip on.
Yeah, that's
when she's not around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if it wasn't smooth, they couldn't call it velvet.
There you go. Black Monster. All right. Your question, what album spent a record 741 weeks on the Billboard's top 200 albums chart?
My first guess would be Thriller.
Ooh, not a bad guess.
It's Dark Side of the Moon.
It is Dark Side of the Moon.
Pink Floyd.
Oh, my gosh. This is terrible, you guys.
It's all right, man. It's
Well,
okay.
we should know that in our profession.
Yes.
Especially we play Pink Floyd.
Yeah, I think we played something from that album earlier today.
We did.
And tomorrow. I'm just predicting. All right, your question. Which Apollo mission carried Neil Armstrong and his team to the moon?
Apollo 11.
All right.
Boom.
Lizzie, nice job.
As long as you didn't say Apollo Creed, we're not going to laugh. I believe that was the Apollo Creed.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803 Rock.
Hello, Matt. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Matt, are you sober or not sober?
9 months sober.
Oh, good for you, Matt.
You took the longest to answer that you're actually sober the most. Usually, means not sober.
He was counting the months. All right, Matt, you're going to poop your pants bad. Are you going to take the concert, first dinner date, Disneyland, or a sporting event?
I had a long think about this even after you grilled that poor woman on the phone. I'm going to go with Disneyland because like Ted said, I mean, those people love helping.
Yeah.
They might make fun of you after you leave, but they love helping you, no matter what it is.
That's not, I mean, they might love helping, but I don't know. Put it this way. They might love helping. And genuinely, I believe they do. But if there's 8 of you and you work for Disney and they say, hey, who wants to deal with the poopy adult? I'm guessing there's no volunteers. Whoever's been there the shortest.
Just imagine the best, no matter what happened, the best service you ever had in a restaurant.
Okay.
Right? For instance, I had one night at the steakhouse, right? They were still very nice. That's what Disney is like when you're in the parks. Like they go above and beyond.
All right, Matt, what if you're on a ride that goes upside down when it happens?
We keep picturing that we're walking through the
I
park.
need a shirt now.
You think about those people that were hanging 30 minutes outside.
It depends on how liquidy it is, I guess.
I bet that happened in Oregon. Half an hour suspended upside down.
Can you think
there's
upside down?
You think you might die, right?
Yeah, but I think gravity, even if you really had to go, I think you'd puke a lot. But I think, look, man, if you're aiming your blowhole 80 degrees up to the sky, I don't know that you can fire one out of
If you're locking your legs in to hopefully support yourself so you don't fall out of it and you're straining your legs. I'm just saying.
It's possible. I just don't think so. Because if you could, look, man, if you could, and there's a time to panic, that's the time to, I think everyone up there would have been like, it was raining turds from this ride. But we'll never know. All right, here's your question. Who is the voice of Ham in the Toy Story movies, the Abominable Snowman in Monsters, Inc., and Mac in the movie Cars?
Oh, I don't know the actor's name, but I remember him on Cheers and all that other stuff. I just can't remember the name. Hank? I don't know, honestly.
Is it George Wendt?
Nope.
No, it's the other one.
Ratzenberger.
Oh, okay. John Ratzenberger. You know what I appreciate him about being a voice actor? He makes no effort to change his voice.
No.
Yeah, I do this role here.
Has he been in every Pixar movie?
Almost. I think there's one he could not do.
Right.
Because I was doing research on this, and I want to say...
He was Ham, he was P.T. Flea, he was the Mack truck.
I think there's one movie he was not in. And I don't remember what it was, but there was a definitive reason why.
Right.
But yeah, he's all about it, man. All right, your question. Who played Willy Wonka in the original movie?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Oh, my God.
John Ratzenberger.
He was married to Gilda Radner.
Oh, no, I know his name. Oh, God. Why am I feeling so stupid right now?
Well, it's called Big Dummy. If you're going to feel stupid, this is a great place to do it.
Oh, fudge. Gene Hackman?
Oh, you're close.
That'd have been a much different movie, but Gene Wilder.
Oh, shoot.
Imagine Gene Hackman as Willy Wonka.
Sorry.
Wow. Your question. The smallest bones in the human body are located where?
In your fingers?
Feet.
Ear.
Ear?
Ear.
You have bones in your ear?
Yeah, they got like 3 of them, I believe. There's the anvil, the hammer, and...
Kind of feels just like cartilage. The sickle.
Yeah, I got that
Learn
point.
something new every day.
All right, Matt. It says it's been, 9 months since you've had a drink?
Yeah.
Well, let's go down the memory machine. Vodka and orange juice make up what cocktail?
Screwdriver.
That's just too easy.
Jeez. What went so bad? Game is Big Dummy, 206-803 Rock.
Hello.
Feels weird bad asking that guy a drink question.
It's just what popped up.
I miss it.
Hello, Tom. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello.
Hola. Tom, sober, not sober?
Sober.
All right, Tom, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, unfortunately, you're going to poop yourself bad. Will it be at a concert, first dinner date, Disneyland, or a sporting event?
I'm going to go with Disneyland. You're probably with your family, and it should be all right.
That is a weird thing. Like, if I have to poop myself, I hope the only people that know are my own family.
Yeah, the ones that can make fun of me forever.
Yeah, exactly.
I got a funny story about pooping myself in jail, or almost pooping myself.
You almost poop yourself in jail.
Well, the setup is hilarious.
Well, I was in jail. I was sitting there, and this very large black dude came up to me. He was like the representative of the brothers. And he was, what's wrong with you, man? You pooped all over the toilet. And I don't know. And I'm a small white guy, and I was kind of nervous and whatever. And he said I blasted the toilet seat before he sat down. So then I started remembering, man, I came in a hurry. And I, pre-farted across the whole toilet. Didn't realize I did it. So I got reminded pretty quick.
Okay.
By this large black guy.
Did you clean it up?
Well, it was already long past. I mean, he went to the bathroom after me, and this was minutes later. And normally, if this happens, you kind of get beat up by your own race because it's...
Tom, he was not representing the black contingency of the prison. He was representing the entire contingency of the prison.
It was
a man, every single person in there, not just
a man who sat in someone else's
white people don't like that either.
Well, either way, he was a really cool guy, and we played cards together, and he said he didn't tell on me and didn't start a big stink about it.
No pun intended.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
No pun intended.
All right, Tom.
So anyways, that's semi-funny.
Here's your question with your poor aim. Poor aim out of the backside. What is the most popular day of the week to eat ice cream?
Sunday.
Yes, just like the dessert.
Just like the frickin' dessert.
Damn,
all right,
Tom. Tom.
Oh, now we got a 50-50 question for you. The letter A or the letter E, what's the most common letter used in the English language?
E.
It is E.
Damn, all right.
Game is Big Dummy 206-803-ROB.
Sunday does feel like the day for ice cream.
Well, a lot of people go to church and to reward the kids, they get ice cream, right?
But see, I'm a ice cream at night eater.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. On the weekends, game on. I mean, obviously not for breakfast, but having an ice cream cone during the day, if you're at a fair, festival, whatever the deal is.
I'm just saying, even for me, I feel like if I'm going to get ice cream and eat it, it's almost always, oddly, on a Sunday.
Probably, yeah.
Well, you also make a Sunday.
It is called an ice cream Sunday. Maybe that's why. Hello, Tom, part 2. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Tom, sober, not sober?
I'm sober.
All right, Tom, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, unfortunately, you're going to poop your pants. Concert, first dinner date, Disneyland, or a sporting event?
I think concert.
Concert. What's the last concert you went to, Tom?
ZZ Top.
How was the show? I've never seen them before.
It was great. 1986. It's been a while.
That's the last concert you've been to. Wow, man. Okay.
Well, you saw them with the 3 original members, at least.
Yeah.
Not that they're bad now. I don't know. They'll probably still kick ass.
Who do they have filling in?
I don't know.
Okay.
But you have to think that they figured
somebody good, right?
Yeah.
All right, your question. What is the most populous country on Earth?
I think it's still China, but India is catching up.
So what are you guessing here?
I'm going to say China.
Should have gone India.
It is India.
It is India.
Oh.
It's India, followed by China, followed by, any guesses for the third most populated country? Nope.
Hang on. China, India. It's somewhere in Southeast Asia, yeah?
No, it is the United States.
Son of a bitch.
Then you get Indonesia and Pakistan.
All right, I thought it was Indonesia.
Indonesia's up there. Indonesia sounds like a disease.
Cool.
Oh, man, I hate to tell you this. I think you have a case of acute Indonesia. Like, oh, my God, tell me it's not true. All right, your question. What is the main ingredient in tapenade?
Yeah, let's go.
No idea. Whiskey.
It's olives, isn't it?
Olives, yes. Although I like your recipe a little bit better, Tom.
Yeah, I don't like olives. I'm eating some of Tom's whiskey.
Tapenade.
Got 3 or 4 different kinds of whiskey.
It's all ground together. All right. In the Who's rock opera Tommy, what game was Tommy good at?
Pinball.
You got it. Very good.
He was what, blind, deaf, and dumb?
So the lyric says, deaf, dumb, and blind.
Deaf, dumb, and blind. but could still beat you at pinball.
How?
And let's do the math on this. All right, think about pinball. It's visual. There's definitely a lot of sound. So you're deaf. You're blind.
He doesn't feel any distractions. He plays by buzzers and bells.
But if he's deaf,
right? Maybe the feeling of it, but then you can know where it's been. You don't know where it's at.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
Doesn't see no lights of flashing. He plays by sense of smell.
By sense of smell.
Sense and smell.
The ball's getting close.
Yeah.
Now, you're a hell of a pinball player. I play by smell. Hello, Jess. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Jess, are you sober or not sober?
Team Stoner.
Team Stoner. All right, Jess. Okay, you're going to poop your pants. Is it a concert, first dinner date, Disneyland, or sporting event?
I just want to preface this by saying that this accidentally happened, what Miles said about not trusting a fart, but luckily I was at home. But if I had to ever have that happen again, it would have to be Disneyland, because I'm pretty sure people would clear out of the way to get to a bathroom, you know?
Yeah, they don't make it blaringly obvious where that hospital, quotes, changing area is either. Like, Disney hides everything.
Have you pooped
You definitely
yourself?
need to ask. You're going to walk down a weird corridor hallway into a place you didn't know existed.
Welcome to Disney World. We hope you enjoy your stay. The mascots will be out in 15 minutes. Side note, anyone who has recently defecated in their own pants, please meet us at First 8 Tent 3. Get your picture taken with Mickey and then clean your ass up. And if you have the all-day pass, Mickey will wipe your ass for you. All right, here's your question. Oh, God. Why did he lick his finger first?
Those fingers are bigger, so you know he can get
One finger, full wipe coverage, brother. Yeah. All right, Jess, your question. Which creatures create gossamer? What creatures create gossamer?
Ooh, I don't even know what
Yeah, who's gossamer?
It's
Yeah,
what is
I don't
gossamer?
know.
You don't know what gossamer is? We give it a different name because we just call it a spider web, but spiders.
Arachnid. Dang it. Could have had that.
Well, not all arachnids produce gossamer. The difference between a daddy longleg and a spider, while both arachnids, is that the daddy longlegs does not produce silk. And yes, I read that within the last 48 hours. That's why I said that with such confidence.
So they just cruise around and just go
They
on
cruise
other-
around. They don't do webs, right?
That's why they got those sweet long legs.
Yeah. Check me out. It's like little Tina Turner.
But they can surf other webs. They're like, "What up, Tom? I'm going to use your web real quick."
Hey, bro, I got to use your web.
Yeah.
It's like getting someone's Netflix account number. Yo, man, look, I got to hook up tonight with another daddy long leg, but it's a mama long leg.
I always thought that they were the ones that made the cobwebs.
They're just bad at it.
That's right.
All right, your question. What fruit comes in Haas and Florida varieties?
Avocados.
Oh, nice job, Jess.
She has
Nice
avocado
job.
knowledge.
More Big Dummy on the way. If you'd like to be a contestant, 206-803-ROCK.
You don't just live in your home. You live in your neighborhood as well. So when you're shopping for a home, you want to know as much about the area around it as possible. Luckily, Homes.com has got you covered. Each listing features a comprehensive neighborhood guide from local experts. Everything you'd ever want to know about a neighborhood, including the number of homes for sale, transportation, local amenities, cultural attractions, unique qualities, and even things like median lot size and a noise score. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Granger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
My neighbor Ned brags a lot about his smart home. So I showed him my ecobee smart home. Turns out ecobee's a lot smarter. So tell the Ned on your block about ecobee. Just yell, "Get yourself a smarter home." Visit ecobee.com today.
You don't just live in your home. You live in your neighborhood as well. So when you're shopping for a home, you want to know as much about the area around it as possible. Luckily, Homes.com has got you covered. Each listing features a comprehensive neighborhood guide from local experts. Everything you'd ever want to know about a neighborhood, including the number of homes for sale, transportation, local amenities, cultural attractions, unique qualities, and even things like median lot size and a noise score. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
It's time to dust off your glove, grab your bat, and hit the road for some baseball. But before you head to the game, make sure your ride is in top shape. At Axton Automotive, our skilled mechanics ensure your vehicle is running smoothly so you can focus on cheering for your team. Don't strike out this spring. Get your car ready for baseball season. Visit AxtonAutomotive.com or call 360-685-7976.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith from the Men's Room. And did you know I have a podcast? Well, I do. The Podcast. New episodes uploaded every Wednesday on the Odyssey app.
99.9 KISW. We return to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Okay, this Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK. Steve, who is our next contestant? Ready to play the big game.
Hello, Amy. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola. Amy, are you sober or not sober?
I am sober.
Amy, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, unfortunately, the poll is you're going to poop yourself. Cool. Pretty bad. Are you going to be at a concert, a first dinner date, Disneyland, or a sporting event?
I think I'm going with Disneyland just because there is the potential of being able to clean up.
Okay.
I hope there's a representative
happiest
from
place on
Disney
earth.
listening, just like, everyone wants to poop their pants, wants to do it here, boss.
Oh, if they're a representative, they know it happens all the time.
Oh, sure.
I mean, with the number of visitors they have, it's statistically impossible for it not to.
Yeah, so they
I
probably
mean, between
are just
children,
like,
everybody else, kids.
I think what you should do, extrapolate the exact odds, statistics, the likelihood that it happens, and the length of time, so that every 30 minutes at Disney, we want to welcome the 50,000 people we have on the property. Statistically speaking, 3 of you have pooped yourself.
Look, and there's a location for stuff happening too. Like, I don't know.
they can have your picture on the wall.
Well, like
Would you put up a poop picture, like say, all right, Amy, so you're at Disney, they're taking care of you, they're being very kind, they're not trying to embarrass you, but in this one area, and the only way to see these pictures is if you too have pooped yourself. But if they made a club, they snap your picture, and there you are with 800 other people. Would you say, I'm okay with that?
As long as there's that many people, yeah, because then you don't feel so bad.
Okay. Well, I'm saying, as far as like, okay, people puke when they get off rides.
Sure.
Probably the exit of Space Mountain or somewhere in that vicinity. There is one place where they spray more puke off the pavement
guaranteed.
than anywhere else in the park.
I'm the puke hoser. All right, here is your question. We're all familiar with the candy Peeps, but what candy company manufactures Peeps?
Oh, shoot. I can picture the package, too.
Right.
Oh, I can't think of it. It's not Kraft, is it?
No, Kraft wouldn't even touch that with a 10.
It's only one company.
It is
Because
one company. Nobody's trying to emulate
Either
Peeps.
they had a shortage or something weird went down, and they were threatening to not make them anymore.
Correct. Does anyone know?
Have you heard of the company before?
I've never heard of the company outside of the... So it's not like Hershey, it's not Kraft. Just Born.
I thought it was Nestle.
Nope. Just Born is the name of the company that produces Peeps. How they're still in business, nobody knows.
Jason Bourne.
Wow. They're all spying on you. All right,
Don't
your
ever
question.
roast Peeps. They're terrible.
Roasted peeps, you said?
Oh, like on a
Yeah,
campfire?
on the fire, it's awful.
Why
It
would
turns
you
into
think? Why would you think they're
melty
going to taste any better? I mean,
Well,
it's
it's a
still
marshmallow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they don't taste like other marshmallows because they're made out of
they're
real.
bad.
They're made out of real bird. All right, here's your question: what character owned a cat named Mr. Bigglesworth?
Oh, that was Dr. Evil.
You got it.
All right.
Okay. Not bad, Amy. Game is Big Dummy 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Jason. Welcome to the men's room.
Boo, bitches.
Boo. Jason, sober, not sober?
Always sober.
All right, Jason, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, Jason, you're going to poop your pants. Will it be at a concert, first dinner date, Disneyland, or a sporting event?
The easiest question ever. It's going to be Disneyland.
Disneyland. When's the last time it happened to you, Jason?
I haven't crapped my pants yet, but if I do, I hope it's at Disneyland because their customer service is different.
But you've never done that in your adult life, anywhere?
Nah, not yet.
Okay,
I'm
knock on
getting
wood.
old. I'm almost 50, so it's going to happen.
Oh, it's right around the corner. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Counting the days.
Yeah, on your 50th birthday, just do it. Get it out of the way, guys. All right, Jason.
Day one, just hour 8, just pop it out.
You can't do it on purpose. Jason, at one point in time, we put on Depends to see if we could go to the bathroom in the studio. And even going number one was absolutely impossible.
Yeah.
Like you've trained yourself
your
to
body,
not do it.
Your brain is it's shut down that mechanism.
And we're like, well, I'm wearing a diaper. I can do this. We could not. And like, I even had to go.
And even you're telling your brain, no, you can just go ahead and pee your pants.
Your brain says, I'm going to override your decision.
Exactly.
I'm not doing this.
Absolutely not.
My theory, it's the waistband. I have done something where, I had just had the ability to like lift up something when I was able to go, and I had like a belt around my waist. If that thing is on, it is almost like a shut off, do not disturb.
You think that's your brain's single greatest warning sign?
I had to force through that, like, no, it's okay. Turn the fail safes off. We're all right. We're in the clear.
By the way, Jason, we got in trouble for doing that. Apparently, you're not supposed to do that kind of thing. But even more, even though you asked me this a few weeks ago, and I clearly said no, and then you did it anyway, apparently they have a problem with that kind of thing.
What do you mean apparently? You asked him and he said no, and then you did it anyway.
That wasn't the answer I wanted.
He was out of town.
And he wasn't here that day until he showed up in the studio halfway through the show with questions.
Was that more or less trouble than the banana?
That was considerably less trouble.
Way less.
Of the two major times where I seriously thought I'm going to get fired
Also
on the spot.
different bosses.
Different bosses. But yeah, the banana was probably the worst. But you know what? I would do it again. I'll be honest with you.
Was there ever a time that you thought he was going to fire you?
Once.
Okay.
Yeah, he was losing his mind. He was screaming so loud. But then he asked us the wrong question at the end of this whole thing, and we kind of blew it up and disjointed him. Is this your bottle of liquor? Like, that? Wouldn't drink that S. Come on, man. Yeah. He kind of lost his fury by then.
He actually did get it wrong.
He did. It really wasn't out.
Look, we talked to the right people.
Yeah, we understand why you're asking us. We're upset because you think we drink that. All right, Jason, your question. In astronomy, where would one find a singularity?
In a star? Or an exploded star?
I'll give it to you.
Okay.
I'll give it to you.
Not bad.
Good work.
Not
Yeah,
bad.
technically a black hole, but yeah. Hang on, we got this 50-50 question. And before all the nerds chime in, I know an exploded star would be a nova. Collapsed star is a black hole. I know. Just give it to him. Shut up. I'm just heading off the pass. I know how this goes because I'd be the kind of a-hole that texts in. All right, true or false, hippopotamus sweat is green?
True.
Now, it's red. They do sweat, it's red.
Huh.
They are
I never seen one
sexy
sweat.
all the way because they ain't worried about you, though.
Maybe they just drink Gatorade.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Game is Big Dummy 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Madison. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Maddie, sober, not sober?
Sober.
All right, Madison, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, you're going to poop your pants. Where's it going to be? Concerts, first dinner dates, Disneyland, or a sporting event?
I'll go with Disneyland.
Everyone's
Man, oh
Disney.
man.
Well, I was thinking about back to what Ted said about sports and anywhere when maybe you guys would say a sounder event. Bonus, you're wearing a scarf more than likely.
Sounders, yes.
You know?
But man, I would use
a
my
vessel.
I'd probably use the shirt first, man. Something about the scarf, it's kind of,
Yeah, but you've got 10 scarves. That's what I'm saying. Like you
but
know,
I'm only
like,
wearing one at the event.
I know, but I got a couple at home.
I don't know, man.
I'm just saying. Everyone who's been to a Sounders match has 5 scarves.
Yeah, that is true.
I can't even count them.
But how many do you wear per game?
Well, just one.
Well, now bring 2, just in case. 'Cause now we got the back.
I'm not pooping there. I'm pooping at Disneyland.
At this point, we should actually just book the men's room trip to Disneyland, and our point is to see how many times we can poop ourselves as we walk through the park. Just to comment on their wonderful customer service. Ted, why do you look like you're thinking about that?
No, I'm just laughing about, like, yeah, if you've been in one of the Disney parks, where it's like, it's such the easy choice.
All right, okay. All right, here's your question. What miraculous transformation does the devil first tempt Jesus to try in the wilderness?
Oh my gosh. I have no idea. I have no clue.
I'll see you in hell, you heathen. Turning stones into bread.
All right.
Oh.
You hungry? You hungry, little bud? I'll turn the stone to a... Oh, that's like one of those Olive Garden breadsticks. Oh, you don't know what you're missing out? Hang in there, buddy. I'm the devil. I'm going to make this... Ooh, is that a garlic butter on it, too? That smells so good. We're eating good in the neighborhood. Oh, that's right. You're not eating. My bad.
It's a different level, man.
What if you turned them into Olive Garden breadsticks?
I was like, yeah, you know what? No, I'm not eating the bread. It's like an Olive Garden breadstick. Like, damn.
Mike, the original Jesus, just didn't work. You are evil. Did you seriously eat the breadstick? I'm sorry, man. All right, your question. What is Harry Potter's middle name?
Oh, my God.
I'm pretty sure Mike just mouthed it.
I'm like the one person not obsessed with Harry Potter.
Come on, Madison. You know who it is.
No, I don't.
He's giving you a hint.
I'm right there with you. I have no idea anything about it.
Miles, you know who it is.
Okay,
Ted, I know you know who it is.
Right. Yeah, well, based on
Michael?
that.
I don't know.
It's James. See, Ted didn't think he knew what it was.
Yeah, I knew.
Ted, you know what it is.
No idea.
All right. Your question. In the movie Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, what did the elf Henry want to do for a living?
He wanted to be a dentist.
Yeah,
okay. Yes, indeed.
Nice job,
Yes, he
Madison.
did.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
It's not Henry, it's Hermie.
Oh, Hermie, my bad. What did I write down? Yeah, I wrote Henry, son of a bitch. Hello, Steve. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola. Steve, sober or not sober?
Long time sober, man.
All right, Steve, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, you're going to poop your pants, unfortunately. Will it be at a concert, dinner date, Disneyland, or a sporting event?
I've given this a little thought, and I'm going to wait till the Blue Jays come to T-Mobile Park. I'm going to find a big crowd of those guys.
Thank you.
And get right in the middle of them and crap my pants.
All right.
You know, Steve,
That is dedication.
the Toronto Blue Jay fan base, which is the entire country of Canada, might arguably be the friendliest sports fan base
100%.
in all of sports. Why do you have such an anger toward them?
That's why I hate them. Because
they're so nice.
And they overtake the park.
You know what? I feel where you're coming from.
All
Like,
right.
that's why I hated Barney. Like, nobody's this nice. You're so nice, I want to light you on fire.
nobody's that nice.
I was a season
That's funny.
ticket. I was a season ticket holder for the Mariners for 1 year, and I ran into a lot of fans. I didn't have more fun than I did with the Toronto Blue Jays fans.
I've heard
They
it's
were great people.
I recently I've been told it's just an act.
Maybe it's just an act.
They're all fake.
Canadians, they want us to think they're nice because they're sitting on our border.
And what they're planning an attack, etc.
I don't know if they're planning an attack. I just think Canadians aren't nearly as nice as they say they are.
You think they have like nothing but fight clubs going on right now? Guy from the U.S. shows up. No, quick. Yeah, cool.
What was the annoying kid in Leave It to Beaver that was nice to mom?
Eddie Haskell.
Eddie Haskell.
Oh,
yeah.
oh, I got you.
I think
I got
they're
you.
all like that.
Okay.
Up
I'm
north.
picturing them more like
the
bees.
Blue Jays fans are. I've been to a few games, and they're a good crowd. They really are.
Okay.
Killing my theory.
Do you think they're nice enough that they won't be upset when you poop amongst them? Oh, it happens to everybody, Steve. It's okay. Just plug it up with a 10-bit. You'll be good.
Okay.
Don't sweat it. Hey, everybody, don't make Steve here feel bad for crapping his pants out here, okay?
And I'm sitting there the whole game, too. I ain't getting up.
I like that. First inning poop. All right, Steve, here is your question. According to Greek mythology, what were Jason and the Argonauts searching for? You ever watch those growing up, Miles? They had kind of bad stop animation movies.
Yeah.
I used to love those as a kid and never knew what was going on.
I think I see it. I think I've seen it, but I just don't know. I'll just guess the Holy Grail. I know that ain't it.
Atlantis.
Spin that wheel.
The Golden Fleece.
Oh,
The Golden Fleece.
Yeah.
Whatever the hell that is.
Chasing that bling.
Correct.
Yep. By the way, Ted, you're getting support on your theory. It says, I'm half Canadian. My Canadian family are a bunch of bitches, but they just use that to undermine you. Most of the time, they're so drunk, they seem funny and nice.
Telling you, man. Don't trust them.
Might be onto something. All right, Steve, your question. What children's TV character lived in the treasure house?
The treasure house?
Mm-hmm.
I obviously don't know by the tone of my voice.
It was not animated. It was not animated.
Same.
What era of childhood?
I don't have a clue.
Era of childhood, probably late 60s or early 70s is best I could guess.
I was right there, too.
It's part of the classic lineup, man. So it's not a cartoon or anything like that.
Does that have anything to do with...
I don't know. Pippi Longstocking.
Howdy Doody?
Captain Kangaroo.
Oh, I heard some stuff about that guy.
Dude, apparently he was so filthy. He was filthy, but all with his jokes, right? But this is PBS. So they did all the kid shows on the same studio. So if you're backstage, you could look out and see the group of kids that's going to be there for your show, 80 to 100 kids. And Captain Kangaroo had his little co-host, and they said that Captain Kangaroo would just say these terribly filthy, offensive, awful jokes to the sidekick because he was the first guy that had to go out there to greet the children. Like, and it said it just distressed the living piss out of this guy, but he did it before every taping. And I'm like, that is my hero.
That's the guy. Him and his wonderful haircut.
Yeah, smashing haircut. All right, your question, goiter is mostly caused by what deficiency?
Vitamin C?
Potassium?
Iodine.
All right.
Now you know.
Why you hit me with a hard one, Thrill?
That's what I do. It's like me boxing. This is how I roll from the hood, brother.
Thrill just swinging a hard one around.
I just hit you with the three-fister. Two of them hurt. One of them going to give you nightmares. One of them going to poke your eye out.
Yeah.
All right, your question. Oskar Schindler, who inspired the movie Schindler's List, not about grocery shopping, by the way, and he went on to save so many Jewish lives, was a member of what political party? You're real quick with that, Mike.
Yeah, I was like, it's kind of the universal.
No, I know. It's just, it's weird to, yeah.
He was with the Nazis.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I think that's how he got it away with it.
Yeah, I mean, right. He couldn't have pulled it off if he wasn't part of the party.
Caymus Big Dummy 206-803 Rock.
Hello, John. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, guys.
John, are you sober or not sober?
I am sober driving on I-5.
All right, John. Welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, get to poop your pants bad. Will it be at a concert? First dinner date, Disneyland, or a sporting event?
I'm going to go with the dinner date, guys.
All right.
I think I can play it off as a fart, slip into the bathroom, clean myself up, and come back. Right?
And still get some food.
And still get some food.
Yeah.
And maybe a little play at the end of the night, you know?
Well,
You got to clean yourself up, man. Just, give me 5 minutes, baby. Remember when I told you that was a fart? It was not. I've been sitting with it all night waiting for this. Where are you going?
Depending on the
That'll
price
be like a 1-month anniversary conversation.
Yeah.
Depending on the price of the date, you're not bringing down the quality of the bathroom at all.
Yeah, that is true.
If you're going to the Met, you're screwing it up. But there are some restaurants out there. It's like you're not doing any damage.
Yeah, I'm just going to sit in there and eat.
Oh, I can't afford to eat there.
All right, John.
I'm like 4-star dinner with my dates.
Okay. All right, John. Here's your question. What U.S. state gets its name from a completely made-up word? Is it Oregon, Kentucky, Wisconsin, or Idaho?
You know all words are made up.
That is a strong point, Mike. I can't argue that.
I'm going to say Wisconsin.
It does sound stupid, doesn't it?
Ohio.
25% chance.
That's all I'm looking at.
What was it?
It's Idaho.
Oh, Idaho.
So, a mining lobbyist back in the day told Congress that Idaho was a native word for, quote, Gem of the Mountains. Congress goes, we like that. Yeah, he made it up. He just wanted to name it
Okay.
Idaho, but it worked.
Idaho, huh?
Mm-hmm. Idaho. All right, according to the movie...
Because it's Idaho.
Right.
I don't know what they're doing over there.
I just really want the name to be Idaho, so I'm going to make up some crap. Like, why?
But it worked.
I guess.
You know, it could... Look, it was a dude, so there's a very good chance that he made a bet with his other buddy that said, you're telling me you think you can lobby Congress. You're just going to make up a word. He says, yeah. And you're going to tell him some glossy-looking BS.
$500 they won't go for
I
it.
would almost guarantee you, like, all right, I got money on the table and a bottle of whiskey. You lobby Congress. Oh, damn, it worked. All right, the question. According to the movie, what was Forrest Gump's IQ? Now, I do not know if this is going to be a hint or not, but they say it's about the equivalent of an 8-year-old child. If you are 8 years old listening to this program, just know that your parents regard you as we regarded Forrest Gump. He ain't that bright, but boy, he tries.
I'm going to say 68.
75.
75.
I am not a smart man.
But I know what love is.
I just can't say it right. He should have sang for Foreigner. I want to know what love is. Sing along with me.
I need you to show me.
8, 6, 7, 5, 3, 9. I got Jenny's number. All right.
I'm just looking up IQ scores. I didn't realize, you really want to be over at least 85.
Yeah. You do.
Then I don't want to take the test.
No.
Yeah, man. I don't know how I'd feel about
pressure.
an IQ test.
That's pressure.
Really?
Yeah, and I think Miles hits it, right? It's one thing to say, are you going to pass this class? Yeah. Either you cared or you didn't. This is like, how smart are you?
Yeah. Measured.
Now, where do you go to get a real IQ test? Because I know those ones that come up on my phone are not anything close to real.
I have a feeling not here in the United States.
I'm not smart enough to know.
Those ones that come up on your phone are real when you score high, though.
Oh, then you're telling everybody,
Yeah.
dude,
No, they're not.
I had a 175.
It's just a bunch of trivia.
My brain glows in
Like
the
Big
dark.
Dummy.
Exactly.
I'm over 9,000.
All right, your question. The cerebrum is the largest part of what organ?
The brain.
Insane. Very good.
Insane in the membrane.
More Big Dummy on the way. If you'd like to be a contestant, 206-803-ROCK.
You don't just live in your home. You live in your neighborhood as well. So when you're shopping for a home, you want to know as much about the area around it as possible. Luckily, Homes.com has got you covered. Each listing features a comprehensive neighborhood guide from local experts. Everything you'd ever want to know about a neighborhood, including the number of homes for sale, transportation, local amenities, cultural attractions, unique qualities, and even things like median lot size and a noise score. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Gatorade. Studied, tested, proven. With over 50 years in the making, it's scientifically researched and game-tested to help replace the electrolytes you lose in sweat. Buy 2 Gatorade 28-ounce bottles for $5 at 7-Eleven today.
99.9 KISW. The men's room returns with Miles and Thrill.
All right, so we have some meals that people loved as kids, but don't necessarily really like or eat now. Coming up with the head chef and Ted's meat and potatoes. In the meantime, the game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Dennis. Welcome to the men's room.
Ooh, effing yeah, gentlemen.
Oh, yeah. Dennis, sober, not sober. Team sober?
Team sober today. I'm queued up for the ferry right now.
All right, Dennis. Welcome to the show. Okay, our men's room poll, you're going to poop your pants, and not in a good way. Is this going to be at, not that there is such a thing.
I was going to say, what is the good way?
Well, this is bad.
It's someone else's pants.
Are you at a concert, first dinner date, Disneyland, or a sporting event?
Yeah, there's no convenient time to drop a deuce in your drawer, so I'm going to go with the least inconvenient and go to Disneyland for this one.
All right.
Yay, Disneyland!
How was Disney?
Well, 9 out of 10 people prefer to poop their pants at Disney if they have to poop in public. Back to you, Pat. All right. Here's your question. Relative to the internet, what does URL stand for?
Universal Resource Locator.
One and done. Nice job.
All right, big brain.
My line of work, man.
Before we let you go, let's see here. Let's give you a true or false question. True or false? Nicki Minaj went to the same high school as actor Timothée Chalamet.
I'm sorry, went to the same high school as who?
Timothée Chalamet. The kid and
I'm
dude.
just going to say true for the heck of it, man.
Yeah, that's such a stupid question. It has to be true.
Where are they from? New York?
I think it's New York. I'm not 100%, but yeah, they went to the same high school.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803 round.
Hello, John. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bichola.
Hola. John, are you sober or not sober?
Well, borderline.
So we'll say not
sober, John.
I was sober when I called in, but I've been on hold for a while.
Okay, all right, fair enough. All right, John, you're going to poop your pants. Concert, first dinner date, Disneyland, or a sporting event?
I've given this a lot of thought, and it's going to be sporting event if I can sit with the Portland Timbers Army.
Okay.
All right, well thought out.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah, they are not nice people.
Now.
They're the anti-Torontos.
Okay, no, wait. Portland or what about San Jose? I think I might have to crap with the San Jose fans, man. As far as soccer goes, to me, they're the worst. Portland, I get it. We are rivals. We're not going to be nice to them. They're not going to be nice to us. San Jose, like, I don't even respect you.
Yeah. I mean, San Jose fans are the only ones I've ever been like, oh, man, that dude's going to punch me.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And this was at the market.
Right. They're just the worst.
I booed him.
Oh, okay. Anyone to fight.
All right. Yeah.
Are you surprised that someone in Seattle does not support your team?
Yeah, exactly.
Stay smart. Okay, here's your question. How many miles is the Earth from the sun? So, in other words, if we take Miles and put him head to head.
Like those guys stuck in space.
Yeah. They should have gone up on that thing, man.
Boy, miles or?
Miles, yes.
Because I know it's like 8.5 light minutes.
That is correct. I'm hoping you're trying to do that, man.
Why couldn't you have given me light minutes?
Because a lot of people know that one.
Okay. Let's say 9 million miles.
We would be burned up and dead if it were up to you, John. Everyone you love would be burnt to death. It's 93 million miles.
Okay. A little bit off.
Little bit off. Just a little bit. Yeah, so those NASA guys were stuck up there because they went up in that capsule. But before the capsule launched, one of the people at NASA said, don't launch that capsule. I'm telling you, man, something's going to go wrong. NASA said, hey, we're all good. We're all good. We're all fine. And it got up there and they made it there safely. They can't get back.
It's also docked at the only bay.
Right. So
either going to have to let this thing go and float off.
Or burn up, or risk these guys going. I'd be like, dude, I'm not getting on this thing, man. I'm not getting on this. All right, your question.
That's awful.
Man, look, before the thing launched, including like 2 days before, the day before, and day of, there was one guy, whistleblower, whatever you want to call him, but he's like publicly saying, like, I don't think they should launch. I'm not telling them not to, but if something goes wrong, I just want to make it clear. My hands are clean in this.
Right, and they scratched it the first day, right?
They scratched it twice. At least twice that I can think of. He said what the problem was going to be, and sure enough, the thing they're trying to figure out is the exact problem he said would be. The only difference between what he said and what's going on is that the situation is 5 times worse.
Yep.
All right. Here's your question. In what movie did John Travolta play a character named Tony Manero?
Oh, that would be Saturday Night Fever.
Oh, too easy.
Too easy, yeah.
Game is Big Dummy 206-803-ROCK.
All right, the Nicki Minaj thing makes a lot more sense now.
All right, so it was like School for the Arts or something?
LaGuardia High School for the Performance Arts.
Okay.
Performing Arts. So that's kind of like Tupac and Jada Pinkett Smith.
Did she also go? Because he went. I know
they went to high school together.
Was it in Baltimore? So
Yeah.
I know he did. Okay. Yeah. I know that school.
I can't believe you didn't know that. It's good Baltimore trivia.
I did not know that Jada went there.
Yeah.
I knew the Tupac did. And like I said, I met him because we had a mutual drug dealer. Whole different story. But he was not the Tupac we know.
Right.
Seriously. At that time, we were considerably younger, and he was saying, we were just talking about the future because everyone's real, real high. He had said he wanted to be a poet. Is how he, not rap artist, he said a poet. And I remember telling him, hey, man, good luck with that. And a whole lot. And guess what? I think he did okay with that until he took a bullet.
How did you remember him, though?
Because he was a cool dude and we hit it off.
Okay.
We really hit it off. And and there's not a lot of cats that introduce themselves as Tupac.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you're going to remember that much. But we hit it off just having good, fun, kind of funny, clowning on each other conversations. And the situation we were in involved a lot of drugs. An albino guy with really shock white hair who was the drug dealer. And that's why we were there. And a strobe light, and it was just a real trippy situation, man. I remember that vividly. I remember a woman who was very pretty saying that she could play the bongo drums with her labia. She did not try to prove this, but there was a bongo drum. I'm telling you, I remember a lot from that particular day. It was a trippy day. Hello, Justin. Welcome to the men's room.
Thrill, how many lady bitch stories do you have?
Man, a lot, to be honest with you.
Justin, sober, not sober?
Sober today, Miles.
All right, Justin, welcome to Big Dummy.
I never saw her lady bits, by the way. She just said that she could play bongos with her lady.
All right, Justin, you're going to poop your pants. It's going to be bad. Are you at a concert, first dinner date, Disneyland, or a sporting event?
Well, let's see here. I will take the most natural place on earth.
Taking the Disneyland. Okay.
All right. Here is your question. What's the name of Google's mobile operating system?
Android.
One and done, Justin.
So I never connect them together, even though that's the answer. All right, hang on there, Justin, before we let you go.
Just like how their parent company's Alphabet.
I know. I know that they're in bed together. I just never think of one and the other, which I guess was their point. All right, true or false? On average, lightning strikes the Earth 1,000 times per second.
I feel like it's more than that, but true.
Well, believe it or not, it's only 100 times. Only 100 times. That's a lot. Still a lot.
Okay.
And hey, think, one of those hit you once.
Game is Big Dummy 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Adam. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola!
Adam, sober, not sober?
We'll go with sober.
Sober, Adam. Okay,
That's
Adam.
convincing.
Yeah.
Some people like to microdose, to treat depression.
All right.
I'll leave it at that.
Okay. All right, Adam, you're going to poop your pants on acid. Are you at a concert, a first dinner date, Disneyland, or a sporting event?
I'm going to go with dinner date, and I'll tell you why. I can't really afford those other two that much, unless it's a Mariners game or a Sounders game. I can't afford, to go to Seahawks or Kraken or anything. So first date, it's just the first date. If you poop your pants on the first date and she sticks around, then you're golden.
Or she's into some crazy stuff. I guess you have a
I hadn't
point.
thought about that.
All right, here's a question for everyone. What is the first date that you'd be most comfortable pooping yourself? Because you probably don't want to do it on the first date. So do you do it on your second date, which I think would be worse than the first date, personally? With you say fourth date is the worst date to poop your... Why, man? You've made it three.
No. Sorry. The worst date would be a third.
You say the third?
Yeah. That's when it's going down, baby.
Yeah.
That's when it's going down.
Yeah, right, and you're putting it right.
You're shooting yourself in the foot.
That strong point. Thank you for taking time to think about that. All right, Adam.
That's why I thought you said the best one would have been.
Yeah, which would be the worst date? I think the first date's not the worst date that you could do that, but because I think second is worse than first.
But when I thought you were saying that what was the best, that's why I said the fourth. Because after that, the pressure's off. Now we're just dating.
You've already had sex. Okay. All right, I got you. Get into the pants first before you poop it.
Yeah.
All right, I'll just pass that information on to my children. All right, here's your question. What state has no natural lakes?
No natural lake.
Not a single natural. It touches an ocean, as a hint. It does. They even named a city after it. Miles, you spent some time there.
Yeah, I mean, I know that there's more than one.
More than one what?
One state that doesn't have. Well, you have to think where the glaciers stopped. So it's not that they don't have lakes. Like Tennessee Valley Authority, they dammed all of the rivers to create lakes so they could have power.
But you still got lakes from
this state
rivers and everything else. This state
has
literally
no natural lakes. There's lakes that are built. There is lakes that have been dammed up.
But this state, if it has a lake, it was made by humans.
Correct.
There's not a single natural lake in this state.
Right.
I want to say maybe Nevada.
West Virginia has no natural lakes.
Maryland.
You have to have a natural lake somewhere in there.
No. The glaciers didn't come down far enough.
But you don't need glaciers. You just need a water source. So even if the Mississippi breaks off and pools into its own area, you end up with a lake. Yeah, the glaciers made the Great Lakes and the Finger Lakes and a few others when you get up north, but lakes themselves.
I mean,
let's think about the Great Salt Lake.
Maryland's the only one.
Right. Great Salt Lake is not the result of the glaciers, right?
Correct.
Or anything like that. Or hell, if you go south of the equator, there's lakes.
I was lied to.
You were lied to.
Who told you that?
School. West Virginia Studies, history.
All right, your question. What city was the subject of a 1982 Billy Joel song about layoffs?
A city.
Yep, there's a city. Billy Joel has a song. I believe it's the title of the song. But yeah, it's about layoffs.
Oh, yeah. It's a hellhole.
Well, Scranton's the hellhole.
Oh, Scranton, my bad.
Close enough. It is a hellhole. It's just not the hellhole.
Hellhole? I'm thinking Detroit.
Allentown.
Allentown.
West Virginia has one natural lake, Trout Pond.
But there you go.
But Detroit is a hellhole.
No, it is a hellhole. It's just not in Pennsylvania.
It's a hell of a lot better now.
Detroit is definitely on the up and up.
Yeah.
But it's still animals.
Their downtown numbers are astonishing in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
What they've done.
Yeah, Detroit and Pittsburgh have done great jobs.
Pittsburgh, I think, has done the best. As far as cities, people, it's dirty. Pittsburgh's actually all right. And I hate saying that because I hate the Steelers so much.
Yeah, right? Because, I mean, I went to a wedding in Pittsburgh in, like, 07, 08. And that's when I was like, oh, like, this is getting better.
Yeah, a lot.
So, I mean, now by 2024, it's actually good.
Also, Pittsburgh does not get enough credit for how good their food is.
What are they known for, though? I mean, I know they have a lot of Polish
Manny Brothers
influence.
sandwiches, but mostly Polish, German, and Italian influences. So all the German food from potato salad, all the Amish-type style food, fantastic.
So stick to your ribs.
There's more Italians there than probably
half
any
of
other
Italy.
place other than New Jersey, New York, and Philly.
Yeah.
In the United States. So the Italian food's great. They make great pizzas, chicken wings.
Sure.
All the stuff that, not exactly healthy, but delicious.
That's why it's good.
Yeah.
Like, think about any city that's known for its
they're
food.
not the vegetable capital of the world.
Right. Nowhere that's known for its food serves healthy food. New Orleans, it ain't about your health factor. I mean, hell, come on. All right, your question. In France, what dish are you ordering if you order pain perdu?
Pain perdu?
Pain perdu. I'm sure that I'm saying it wrong, but when you're in France, as a hint.
Escargot snails? No, that's escargot.
No, that's escargot.
Something for two?
French toast. Oh. If you're in France, you order French toast.
Oh.
I mean, you could say some U-toast. I just don't know if they track.
Right.
Actually, I was going to order a toast and then freak out.
What is this? I'm in France.
I'm in France.
It should be automatic. All right, your question. Snake Plissken is the main character of what movies?
Escape from L.A.
All right. And the original Escape from New York. Snake Plissken.
I thought he said it's gay from L.A.
Oh, no.
Game is Big Dummy 206-803 Rock.
Get over here, Snake.
Hello, Nick. Welcome to the men's room.
Oh, hi.
Hola.
Hola, bitch, hola.
Nick, are you sober or not sober?
I am halfway sober. How about that?
All right, Nick, not sober.
Oh, your full name's Nicole.
Oh, Nicole.
It's Nick.
It's Nick.
No, we go. I know. Look.
Nicole, Nikki.
No, we get
it.
it. We get it. Just when you say Nick, we just expected to hear a guy.
my brother's
and you
name's
popped
Nick.
You
on.
thought it was going to be a guy?
Well,
It
yeah,
says
you
Nick.
go by Nick. Like a lot of Samanthas go by Sam, but I don't know a lot of Nicoles that are like, call me Nick.
Right.
All right, Nick.
Well, Nicole is like business and Nick is cool.
All right.
That's what they call you at the bar.
Well, thank God we got cool Nick. All right, Joe, you're going to poop your pants there, Nick. Concert, first dinner date, Disneyland, or a sporting event?
What is the question?
You're going to poop your pants. Pick a location. Concert, first dinner date, Disneyland, or sporting event?
Oh. I'm trying to figure out what is the closest place to poop.
I don't know the proximity has anything to do with it because
you've already pooped your pants. So at that point,
Did you just poop your pants?
That's the question.
Yeah,
you
have already pooped your pants.
Where is the
that has
location
happened.
you did it?
Yeah.
Is it at a concert, a first dinner date,
a
Disneyland?
restaurant. Then you can run to the bathroom and, try to,
Okay.
Oh, we know.
Right.
Yeah.
Or at least we assume. All right. Your question. In the nursery rhyme, what line comes after Mary, Mary, quite contrary?
Mary, Mary, quite contrary. Oh.
Why are your fingers so long? That is not it.
Mary, Mary, quite contrary.
Did you just ask your pants?
You lose your pants and be merry.
Sitting,
I
is
don't
it
know.
sitting on tufts and something?
No,
How does your garden grow?
Yeah.
How does your garden grow?
Mm-hmm.
Did she ever answer, by the way? In the nursery?
I don't know, but
Yeah,
it sounds
she
like
does.
the lamest pickup line. Hey, baby, how's your garden grow?
The next line is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Very, very, quite contrary.
Yeah, you say it, bud.
I just tried. Nick.
Mary, Mary, quite contrary, how does your garden grow? Was silver bells and cockle shells and pretty maids all in a row. Yep.
I'm impressed, man.
Oh, boy.
I know smart stuff.
Stuff goes in handy.
Stuff you get when you get schooled.
Give me like a verse of Van Halen. I'll kick
All right.
your ass.
Okay. All right.
Hey, easy.
Hey, Nick's getting paid. This is Bar Nick.
All right, Nick, how does Unchained start?
Unchained Melody?
No, Van
Van
Halen.
Halen.
Unchained. You said you know every verse.
Oh, my God, now.
You get the first line right, we'll give it to
The
you.
name of the... I'm saying like 78.
Well, fair warning was 79. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ask me any Van Halen and I'll kick your ass. Well, not that one.
All right, women and children first.
Okay, give me another one. Come
And the
on,
cradle
man.
will rock.
What?
And the cradle will rock.
In the cradle will rock.
I'd be glad if you pooped on our first date. I have a feeling that's exactly.
Give me an out. Give me out of
I
here.
have a freeze. I have to tell you, I have a brain that when you put me under pressure, I get frozen.
You just said that if he were to ask
when
you.
the cradle will rock,
Yeah.
oh, damn. You gotta sing it to me, and then
And then you can repeat what you said to get the answer right.
Yeah, we see how that works.
Shut up.
Oh, come on.
Okay, try me again.
No. We're going to ask you a question.
No.
We're done with Van Halen. You obviously don't know it.
All right, Nick, here is your question. What
Why are
fluid,
those guys laughing in the background? Do they think I'm funny?
sort of, just not in the way you would hope? What kind of
great.
fluid is stored in the gallbladder?
No, it's in the bladder.
No, pee is in your bladder. What is in your gallbladder?
The gallbladder takes on the residue of the bladder, which is that, I don't know, that stuff.
Bile.
Green stuff. The bile.
That's it.
If I yell it right after you say it, I got it right. What's your name? Ted. Ted! I knew it.
I knew it.
I was right.
Was I right
No.
about the bile?
Yeah, you're so right.
Sort of. You know what?
Okay.
I'm going to give it to you.
Yeah.
Let's try
I
one
can't
more.
do it anymore.
All right, let's go.
She was just so arrogant about stuff she didn't know.
Ask me any Van Halen song, I'll kick your ass.
Kick your ass.
Unchained, not that one. Women are chosen first. Give me a different one. Running with the devil. If you sing it to me, man,
I'll get it.
Why is the guy laughing at me? Well, we might hear her again.
Jesus. Hello, Liesel. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello.
Hola.
Lethal, are you a sober or not sober?
Not sober today, fellas.
Okay. You cannot be worse than what just happened.
I wonder how Mike Tyson would say your name, Lethal.
Oh, I love that. Good job. I like how you handled that one.
All right, you're going to poop your pants, Lethal. Concert, dinner date, Disneyland, or sporting event?
Okay, I wrestled with this one while I was waiting to get picked up on, and knowing myself and my, can we say, back-end fortitude, I think I could hold it long enough if I was at a sporting event, because I can also book it while holding it. I've been camping enough. I think I can do that.
All right, time out. The question is, though, you've done it.
It's already happened.
It's already happened.
You pooped
We're not
your
worried
pants.
about where the bathrooms are, how close. The question is, you've crapped your pants. Pick one of those.
Okay, the key to the answer then is amount of stalls. I have more places that I can clean myself up with and more places to wash my hands.
Pick one.
Yeah, where? Concert, first dinner date, Disneyland, or a sporting event?
I said sporting event.
Oh, sporting event. I'm
right,
sorry,
there
I
you go.
missed that, Lethal.
It's all good.
Lethal.
Lethal.
No, we're
Liesel.
playing Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
We're taking the position of Mike Tyson.
Lethal.
Fine.
We're going to help him with his future
What was her
broadcasting
actual
career.
name?
Liesel.
All
But we're calling her Lethal.
Lethal.
Lethal weapon.
Lethal weapon. There you go.
Lethal.
All right, Lethal. Here's your...
You know what? I'm getting too old for this crap, Mike.
You know why? Because you're not of lethal age.
Here's your question.
Sausage?
It's like your Outback experience, you know what I mean?
17 different spices.
Trips.
Steakhouse. I don't know why they let that poor girl work there.
Oh, no.
Guys, for some sodas?
Were you guys rolling at the table?
Oh, we're dying. I mean,
Don't crap your pants.
yeah, I mean, we were dying. And she's just running through the order, but she had a list when she worked at an Outback Steakhouse. The amount of S's she had to say to explain. And then my Uncle Phil kept asking her, he's like, can you tell us about the spices again? And I'm like, I'm going to punch you. Leave this poor woman alone.
All right. Your question. M&M's Fruit Chews would eventually become what candy?
M&M's fruit juice would eventually
Fruit Chews. Fruit Chews.
Fruit chews.
Down.
Fruit chews. Oh gosh, I don't know this one. I'll just go with, I don't know, Black Forest gummies. This is so random. I don't know.
Like a gummy bear?
Or Starburst.
Starburst.
Yeah.
Starburst.
That's it, Lethal.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay. Your question, Lethal. Who wrote and directed the movie The Sixth Sense?
Oh, sorry, dude. I swear to God. You got this, Lethal.
So I think you cut out. Can you repeat?
Who wrote and directed the movie? Sorry. The Sixth Sense.
The Sixth Sense?
The Sixth Sense.
Gosh. This is so bad. I don't know. I don't know any directors right now off the top of my head.
Prince Shyamalan.
His name's M. Night Shyamalan.
This is going to be fun. Sun's out. My dumb is out.
Let's go.
All right, Lethal. Here is your question. Are there more castles in Germany or McDonald's in the United States?
There's more castles in Germany than McDonald's?
That's what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, Germany.
Okay. There you go.
Lord, man.
Woohoo. Yeah, woohoo.
Oh, head chef coming up. Meals people love this, kids, but don't eat now with Ted's Meat and Potatoes. And your emails coming up next in the men's room at KISW.com.
What kind of programs does this school have? How are the test scores? How many kids do a classroom? Homes.com knows these are all things you ask when you're home shopping as a parent. That's why each listing on Homes.com includes extensive reports on local schools, including photos, parent reviews, test scores, student-teacher ratio, school rankings, and more. The information is from multiple trusted sources and curated by Homes.com's dedicated in-house research team. It's all so you can make the right decision for your family. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
If the last few years have taught us anything, it's that human connection means the world. By connecting with one another, we know we're not alone. By connecting, we feel what others feel. We breathe better, laugh easier, and feel healthier. At Regents, connection is at the heart of everything we do. It inspires our commitment to our communities and to you. Here, health isn't just a you thing, it's a we thing. Regents Blue Shield. Together we health.
You don't just live in your home. You live in your neighborhood as well. So when you're shopping for a home, you want to know as much about the area around it as possible. Luckily, Homes.com has got you covered. Each listing features a comprehensive neighborhood guide from local experts. Everything you'd ever want to know about a neighborhood, including the number of homes for sale, transportation, local amenities, cultural attractions, unique qualities, and even things like median lot size and a noise score. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
With an American Standard heat pump system, the future of heating and cooling your home is already here. Bringing constant comfort to your home, American Standard heat pumps are energy efficient, reliable, and ready for tomorrow, today. Plus, making the upgrade from your traditional furnace or AC unit is easier than ever before with home energy offers, rebates, and tax credits. Learn more at americanstandardair.com/electrification. American Standard, built to a higher standard.
Before AI can help your business predict demand, accelerate growth, inform decisions, automate tasks, reveal insights, generate content, you have to trust it. Introducing Watson X Governance, helping you govern any AI as data, models, and policies change so you can scale it responsibly. Let's create AI that begins with trust with Watson X Governance. Learn more at ibm.com/governance. IBM, let's create.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith from the men's room. And did you know I have a podcast? Well, I do. The Podcast. New episodes uploaded every Wednesday on the Odyssey app.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Meals people love this, kids, but don't eat now as adults. Coming up with a head chef and Ted's Meat and Potatoes. First time, though, for a few emails to the men's room at KISW.com.
That.
Whoops. Jump right in with the birthdays. Ola, guys, since I missed my opportunity last week,
Can you please wish my very best friend? If her birthday was last week, no. Really? Jess, no.
Yeah, birthday.
We only do birthdays on the date the person was born.
You didn't miss anything. You effed up.
Just like this one. Gentlemen, would like to send out a very special 9th birthday shout out to my boy Xavier. He is one of the sweetest little turds out there. We love him very much. Gonna get some green beans so we can wear our shirts and sing along. Also, maybe a fart parade and some dad jokes for Miles. Thanks, guys. That from Dad, Mom, and Big Sister Carson.
Green bean.
Okay.
Green bean.
Yeah.
Green bean.
Wow.
All right, Xavier. 9 years old. A prostitute. No, I can't do that. Well, let me think here. What is the best time to go to a dentist? The best time to go to a dentist.
I don't know. When is the best time to go to a dentist?
2:30.
2:30. 2:30.
2:30. Guys, my son threw his milk carton at me.
Why did you do that?
I don't know. I said, how dare he? What do you call a flock of sheep falling down a hill?
Sheep falling down a hill.
What do you call it?
A landslide. Couple more. I don't know if you'll get this one or not, but Xavier, but anyway. Guys, sure, Justin Timberlake has a ton of money. Too bad he doesn't have anything to show for it.
Well, timely.
Whoa. By the way, it's easy to convince ladies not to eat Tide Pods.
Oh, yeah? How's that?
But harder to deter gents. And one more. If you're American in the living room, what are you in the bathroom? An oldie but a goodie.
European.
Yeah, whatever.
Miles, you going to bring some of those jokes on Saturday to the Lime?
Probably not. I've got the grab tangle on.
Damn.
Pacholos, Lordy, look who's 40. Please wish my friend Ben a very happy birthday with the dirty Germans telling him how big of a fish he's going to land and what bait to use. Thanks, guys. That from Julie.
Yeah, the bait will be red wine, and I guess the feeling that fish will be quite big.
Yeah, it's the funny thing is every time he baits a hook and he feels that little worm, makes him feel even smaller. It's a largemouth bass.
Yeah.
Guys, long-time listener and fan, can I please get a birthday shout-out for my 44th today? Hopefully this is a great year for me as I nearly died due to sepsis last year.
Whoa.
Plus, my girlfriend nearly forgot my birthday today, but I'll give her a pass. We've only been dating 3 months. So how about a bong rip and the dirty Germans talking about the shenanigans I'll get into tonight. Maybe Coach Ted with a pep talk about turning 44. Thanks, guys. Love the show. That from Marlo in Tacoma.
Yeah, your girlfriend is going to celebrate with you what we call severe weather, the old Tacoma Doma. That's where she creates a heat dome with her mouth.
Yeah, and luckily for you, it's the Ezra entry.
Hey, gentlemen, it's my longtime buddy Mike, pronounced Coiner's 50-something birthday. Please give him an owl hitting the window. And the dirty German's talking about his love for fine cigars and scotch. Thanks, guys. That from the Lone Hippie.
Yeah, if I'm understanding this correctly, he likes penises of men from Scotland.
Yeah, well, he loves some peaty. You ever seen peat, like, dug out?
No, I don't think
Pete Moss?
No, they also use it for, like, heating homes in like, Ireland and Scotland.
All right.
It, like, comes out of the ground. It almost looks like mud, but it's like a perfect little brick. So, actually, it's a good heat source.
Okay. Did not know. Good booze source.
All right, guys, here you go. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans, brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Thank you all. Programming note if you haven't tried the brand new Men's Room IPA from Black Raven Brewing. Your chance to do it this Saturday as the Men's Room World Tour stops at the Lime in Kirkland from 2 until 4. Sunny Saturday, a little day drinking.
Best of all, it's absolutely free, and you will help support the Fisher House by enjoying the new Men's Room IPA. Maybe you'll grab a Men's Room beer brought from Uli's world-famous sausage, or some Men's Room roasted red salsa from San Juan Salsa Company. Saturday afternoon, Kirkland, sunny, 2 to 4, absolutely free. You just need to be 21 years of age to enter. Couple extra locations. Gentlemen and Mike, I found the beer at Chuck's Hop Shop on 85th and Greenwood.
Great spot.
Also found it at the Crown Hill Safeway on 85th and 15th.
Great spot.
I've got 2 6-packs waiting for me when I get home. A couple more, guys. Found your delicious IPA at the Clarkston, Washington Albertsons. Guys, really delicious beer. Great job. That from Nathan.
Clarkston.
And found the IPA in my Beer Zuka while camping at Deception Pass State Park today. That from Tony the Impala. Guys, came in town for the Crave Northwest event in Linwood. Staying at the Embassy Suites there. Look what I found on draft.
Nice.
I've been dying to try it. It did not disappoint. Rock on. That from Brad, the Meat Man.
What up, Brad?
All right, coming up, we will drink and toast with a shot of the day. But first,
time to open wide and sample Ted's meats and potatoes. Now, here's your host, head chef of the Men's Room, the Ted Nugent.
Head chef of the house.
Thank you, folks. Thank you. Now, the head chef today got a list here of 10 delicious meals people loved as kids, but later realized were weird.
Okay.
Did you guys, was there any, weird dish you remember loving as a kid? Think of something maybe you would make as a kid.
All right, I got it. I would take a can of pork and beans. There was only one little cube, the smallest possible cube of pork in the entire can.
Yeah.
So I would cut up a hot dog and put it into the beans and make pork and beans. And I would eat an entire bowl of it, and I thought it was absolutely fantastic.
I think my personal, I believe a lot of other people did this as well, but I thought I was a genius when I took a slice of wheat bread. No better bread to start with when you're a child. A slice of wheat bread, slathered it in some old-ass ragu jarred sauce, a single slice of oily-ass American cheese.
Pop that baby in the toaster.
Damn right I did. And, man, guess what? Instant pizza.
Yeah. Mike, did you have any weird ones when you were a kid? Hey, pork and beans is pretty popular.
Yeah, I didn't really venture out culinarily.
Tell you one I used to like.
I'm not surprised by that, to be fair.
But this is when you don't have much adventure. This is when you just eat what you got.
I used to eat toast with butter, oftentimes cinnamon sugar, but sometimes I would just put garlic salt on it.
Nice.
So
I guess basically I was making garlic bread.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
I don't know. When I said it out loud, I guess it makes more sense.
I think I've done that before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so it's a list of, again, delicious meals people liked as kids, later realized were weird as adults. I don't know a kid that would make this one, but it says coffee and crackers. You take a plate, line it with saltines, pour over coffee until they're softened, then spread some sugar to taste, and eat with deli ham.
Oh, my God.
I don't know anyone when I was growing up who even thought of doing something like that.
Did they say what kind of crackers? Is it like a saltine or a Ritz or something?
Saltines.
Oh, God.
They say it's like a poor man's country ham, biscuits, and red-eye gravy.
How poor is this man? Right. I mean, even a poor man's like, nah, dog, I ain't eating that.
And red-eye gravy, Miles, you might know this. Is that famous in,
the South?
Right,
but just a little bit darker?
Isn't it like a specific area, like Kentucky and part of North Carolina?
I don't know regionally where it is. I just remember it was a southern dish.
All right.
Wow.
We used to drink red-eyes.
Me too. Beer and an egg.
Yeah, beer and an egg. Sometimes you put a little tomato juice in there, too. Never had that, Mike? No. Oh, you're not living.
That's how you start up a good fishing morning.
You just crack an egg in your beer?
You crack an egg in your beer?
We used to put a little tomato juice, you crack an egg in there, and you suck it down.
You down it.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Now, Miles is right. That's mainly fish. I've only drank a red eye literally on in Ocean City or on the Chesapeake Bay. All right. Next on the list, and this one you guys have given me hell about for years. I thought everybody did it growing up, but having milk to drink with spaghetti. People say it's refreshing, counters the acidity perfectly, but my Italian-American friends think it's bizarre.
Well, a lot of people think drinking milk with any dinner is bizarre.
I'm one of those people. Look, if that's what you do, it's what you do. My brain can't even make sense of it.
And that's the whole thing. Like, if you're just going to grab a glass of milk with dinner, like, all right, fine. When you specifically have to grab it because you're having spaghetti, that is
there wasn't a time I didn't have spaghetti and not have milk. To me, that seemed like an all-American classic. Spaghetti and milk.
Nah, man.
All right, try it one day.
Yep. All-American classic.
Again, this one's a little bit out there. I don't know who these kids are. Cubed up baguette, tossed with Greek yogurt and chopped mint, sometimes with honey to make a sweet treat.
You can have all of that, man. I'm sure it's not the
mint.
If you have baguettes, you have mint. I'm just convinced. If a kid grew up and had baguette at the ready, they probably had mints at the ready.
I could guarantee you, because I remember when we got to buy a baguette at the grocery store. It was a holiday. And my mom was using it for like spinach dip or something. But it was, because as a kid, you just see them. They're long, they're tall.
They're in every movie.
Right. And you'd always, like, no, we're not getting it. So, I mean, like, I remember, like, oh, we're getting it. Get one of those French things.
French things. Get some of that French bread.
Now, this one's weird because I grew up in a household where we made ham salad. But this ham salad, by grinding up uncooked hot dogs, mixing them with sweet relish and mayonnaise.
Oh, God, man. No. Uncooked?
Well, they're already
cooked.
all cooked. It's
I know,
just cold.
But yeah, they have a cold hot dog.
Well, you're making a cold salad.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, when I was a kid, I was a cold hot dog fiend.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's so. I think about it now, and it's so disgusting.
Well, you just eat a raw hot dog or a cold hot dog?
And I loved it, like, to the point my mom would be like, "Stop eating!" Like, no. Like, can I have a cold one? Like, no, you can't have a cold one.
Did you want it on a bun or just straight?
Nah, just
sausage
mouth.
Just
cold dog in my hand.
Living. Okay. Some people want a cold beer. He's got a cold dog.
You're getting some backup on the text here, Ted. We got at least 3 people that are like, "Yeah, Ted, I do milk with my spaghetti."
Like, I just rarely make pasta at home, but if I made spaghetti at home, I'd be tempted to pour a glass of milk.
All right.
I don't know if this was a child. Sounds more like a stoner. Chili and cinnamon rolls.
I've never heard of that.
Not as bad. It depends. If they're not frosted, I don't think it's as bad as we initially think it is.
All right.
Because a lot of chilies use cinnamon somewhere in there.
Also, if you do Texas-style chili, oftentimes there will be like a small piece of cornbread in the bottom.
Right.
Of
That's sweet.
It's covering it, yeah.
I'll tell you what, if I'm eating chili with cinnamon roll, it better have icing. Going all
Really? You want the icing on
yeah,
chili?
It's already weird enough.
You're basically just making a Cincinnati chili with the bun.
Yeah, there you go.
These are 10 delicious meals people liked as kids, later realized were weird as adults. Spaghetti noodles with just any old canned beans.
Never did that.
I haven't done that.
No.
Spaghetti and beans.
Yeah. But you forget, man, when you're a kid, like, I don't know, like, I would eat spaghetti we would eat butter noodle, like, put butter or whatever in there, we're good.
But I think you thought, like, I like both of these things. Why not put them together? Works for Voltron. By the way, Ted, someone here says, 3 years ago I went to Alabama, and I made a $100 bet because my best friend did not believe I could swallow an entire cold hot dog. Easiest $100 I ever made.
Is that from a guy or girl?
I don't know.
All right, next on the list, grape jelly on a grilled cheese.
Never done that.
Dude, that actually sounds good.
That doesn't sound that bad to me either.
Maybe if it were like strawberry jelly and it were provolone or Swiss as the base.
My question is, how do I get the jelly in there?
Because I've already spread it on top.
Put it on top, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you know the difference? No. But I
Miles.
have had hamburgers that had jelly on them, like some kind of a jelly. And I've had hamburgers that had peanut butter. All cheeseburgers, by the way. It's a combination of peanut butter, jelly, with a cheeseburger. That works.
That's what Mike and I are saying. Like, that one, I know that was for kids, but like, that doesn't sound that bad at all. Next on the list, we got cut up hot dogs and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, it's famous in the baked beans, like Miles was saying, but they're saying box mac and cheese, stir-fry vegetables, top of rice.
Spaghetti, dude.
And then scrambled eggs.
You had it in spaghetti?
Yeah,
sure.
Hot dogs and spaghetti.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's a weird one.
You guys never did that?
No.
Okay.
I definitely put chopped up hot dogs.
Little hot dog coins in
Look,
spaghetti.
I won't lie to you. I've done that. The eggs with chopped up hot dogs sound odd, but I was making breakfast one morning and I didn't have any breakfast meat, but I had little Smokies. So I was like, we're having little Smokies with eggs.
But is it any different that uses spam?
Not really.
People do spam and eggs. I'm like, hot dogs and spam. They're like first cousins.
Spam has flavor, though.
It does.
But let me ask you this. Would you reverse it? Would you make a hot dog and then put some scrambled egg on there? I don't think that'd be too bad.
Give that a try.
That wouldn't be too bad of a combo.
You know what? I'm sure by this point there's a glizzy that has a fried egg on it. Eggo waffles with melted sharp cheddar cheese.
Nope.
Wow.
I thought waffles are just fine on their own. Most of the time, you don't have like a Mrs. Butterworth shortage.
Right. I think if I'm going to put cheese on an Eggo waffle, then I'm just going to use it as a hot dog bun.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, think about chicken and waffles, right?
Yeah, salty and sweet.
And then there's people that put like cheese on pie. So it's not out of that realm.
Number 1 on the list for 10 delicious meals people liked as kids but realized were weird as adults. Ketchup sandwiches. Just add ketchup and white bread. They say sometimes you could spice it up by adding bologna or sliced ham.
Spice it up with bologna.
We never had... I remember eating like a mayonnaise sandwich, which was like the same thing.
To me, it didn't seem weird. It just, you knew you were broke. I mean, honestly, you're like, I understand we are broke right now, but that's the best meal I can make.
I will say, even as an adult, when I moved to the West Coast and first started indulging in the devil's lettuce, I went through a phase where I would just make condiment sandwiches.
Hell yeah.
A little mayonnaise, a little ketchup, a little mustard, maybe some barbecue.
Thank you, Head Chef. We appreciate it. Coming up, we'll drink it toast with a shot of the day. You are listening to The Men's Room.
What kind of programs does this school have? How are the test scores? How many kids do a classroom? Homes.com knows these are all things you ask when you're home shopping as a parent. That's why each listing on Homes.com includes extensive reports on local schools, including photos, parent reviews, test scores, student-teacher ratio, school rankings, and more. The information is from multiple trusted sources and curated by Homes.com's dedicated in-house research team. It's all so you can make the right decision for your family. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
It's time to dust off your glove, grab your bat, and hit the road for some baseball. But before you head to the game, make sure your ride is in top shape. At Axton Automotive, our skilled mechanics ensure your vehicle is running smoothly so you can focus on cheering for your team. Don't strike out this spring. Get your car ready for baseball season. Visit AxtonAutomotive.com or call 360-685-7976.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
All right, coming up, we'll drink it toast for the shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, quick check out with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Thank you, Miles. The Ohio Cannabis Festival is hiring joint rolling judges.
All right. Tommy Chong used to do that on Twitter. People would submit pictures.
Yeah.
And then he would comment if they were... David Crosby from Crosby, Stills, and Nash. He was the guy who did that. So you'd send in a picture, and basically David Crosby would rate your
good
skills on rolling. Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever rolled a... No, I do know. I've never rolled a joint. But apparently it's a very difficult thing that our old boss, A.E. Dave, can do really well.
But you can make balloon animals. I feel like you'd be a natural at rolling joints.
Rolling joints, it's one of those things, honestly, it sounds weird, but you got to practice it.
I'm sure.
And then once you get good at it, you can do it.
You can also do a YouTube tutorial real quick.
Sure.
And get a decent idea of how to do it.
Yeah, you bet.
I don't think that's... You can't watch one tutorial. I mean, I've watched people do it for years, but until you sit there and try it, right. I think it's a kind of a hard skill.
Yeah.
It's like people you see that can roll their own cigarettes, but like they're doing it all the time.
Used to date a chick that rolled her own cigarettes, and she didn't smoke weed, but I did. She came in real handy. Oh yeah, I just handed the bat. I'm like, man, just hook me up at like 5.
Because it can't be too tight. There's got to be a little air in there. It's got to be loose, but still be rolled.
Okay. Okay. The Satanic Temple is holding a fundraiser to get people to name their new abortion clinic.
And they said, Aborty McBorty face has already been nominated.
Yeah, it's already in there, yeah.
That's where we are, man.
It's going to happen. Whatever you ask the public, they're going to pick the dumbest name or something.
They are.
Guaranteed.
Enjoy that. It's going to be fun. The rising cost of living is forcing people to reconsider their spending on fun.
Well, no kidding. Yeah.
Right.
That has never changed ever in the course of
going out to eat fun.
Right. Since they invented money, this has been the case.
And you got to know that it's going to it's going to change what we consider to be fun. I've been thinking about this a lot lately. Is these things that it's like, man, I'm not going to be able to afford this. I can't afford to go do this. I can't afford to bring this into my house. It's like, well, then we're going to entertain ourselves. We are going to find some sort of a levity. We're going to find a light in the darkness here.
Porn, masturbation, video games.
Yeah.
Sounds stupid, but I mean, these are even if you're broke, you can do these things.
Absolutely.
And even if you can't afford a video game system, if you have a phone, my wife plays 800 different games on her phone.
Right.
You'll find something.
And then all of a sudden, those things that are crazy expensive when nobody's buying them anymore because they can't afford them.
The price drops.
Tickets. The price will start going down.
I mean, that's just how it goes. And I will say, I think, like, when everyone was going through COVID, man, I feel like the phone games up their game. Not to be too redundant, but right. I mean,
the gaming industry killed during the pandemic. Absolutely.
Everyone's home.
Because, one, you're already a high-tech company, so everybody has the ability to work from home. My brother-in-law worked from home for years, which was great because he had just had a baby.
Yeah.
So he was able just to work it all from home. But then, it's mostly just submitting your work to other departments that need it, and so they're still building games. They're still powering them out. Sure, you can't have the big drawn-out meetings and storyboards and all that you put together, but then it's just, you just get down to the brass tacks of just getting the work done.
Yeah. You get the chance to be productive.
Right. I mean, shoot, that was one of Ted's bit of entertainment during the pandemic, was watching people play video games.
Oh, yeah. I'd watch, right. That's why I got a Twitch account, so I could watch people play video games.
My kid does the same thing.
There's no sports on. And actually, it was kind of exciting. I get why people do it now.
Well, look, you watch football, you watch tennis, you watch golf. If you love video games, as my kid does, look, I'd love to play in the NFL, but that would be freaking ridiculous. My son, he's not on the level of the guys that he watches.
Right.
But he takes some pointers and does it, but he enjoys watching.
Exactly. And watching somebody at that is 10 times better than you are at doing it.
Right.
They start doing cool stuff. Like you said, they start doing things that you never even considered doing.
Right. And they would give him a little heads up. Hey, if you want to unlock so-and-so, do this, that, and the other. And all of his buddies started unlocking crap.
And some of those streamers, man, are so famous.
Absolutely.
Right. Like, I know KISW. I've never watched him stream a game, but I just watch his streams when he's got Kevin Hart and Drewski in there, or he's doing this.
And why does he have Kevin Hart and Drewski in there? Because he's him.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, those guys, they do a good job.
I feel like we've all been in relationships that you do your best and work your hardest to make sure that you maintain it, right? That you don't mess it up. However, there are certain things that just get said, especially to us men, that, like, you can't say these things, otherwise it's going to fall apart. In fact, ladies, don't worry. I got an entire list for you.
The Men's Room Top 10. The Men's Room Top 10. 10 things you should not say to your husband if you want to stay happily married. For example, I want you to send a follow-up email citing everything you and I discussed, and I want to be CC'd on it so I know you sent it. If you think for 1 minute you're the only adult in this relationship, let me remind you of a couple of fast facts. 1, I always do what I say I'm going to do. And 2, shove your head as far up your anus as you can and inhale till you pass out. Now who's the adult? Ass face.
Damn. That's a weird one. A little on the aggressive side. This is another one of those lists, gents. I want you to remember that the title of this list is things that you should not say to your husband if you want to stay happily married, okay? So first off,
nothing.
Don't tell them that they should man up. Society places stereotypical expectations on men who are often told to suppress their emotions and refrain from acting in ways that would make them feminine. Naturally, their masculinity is a fragile topic, so when a man is told to man up, it brings back the awful values of society and reinforces the belief that men should live up to their stereotypical height.
Never heard that one. No, dudes say it to each other. I've never heard a chick say it.
I've had it said to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. You scream back, like, why don't you yell? I'm not going to yell at you.
Right.
There's no point.
Exactly.
Like, well, man, I'm like, all right. Now, granted, like this list, I'm not with that person. right. I was like, man, you're a little whack.
Yeah, not doing that. Don't tell them that they're going bald or getting fat. Commenting on your husband's appearance is a low blow, especially if it's a noticeable feature that they're already insecure or sensitive about. I disagree with that. My wife calls me bald all the time.
Yeah. We know we're bald.
Yeah. Right. If you're going bald, I would almost think, like, if I've married that person and they're telling me I'm going bald, say I have hair still, and I'm going bald, it's like, that's them telling me, like, give it up. It's just not happening anymore. Mm-hmm. You know, it's not a making fun of, it's not a put down, it's a show of respect saying, just get rid of it.
Yeah, we already know we're going bald. No matter where you're going bald, you know you have that bald spot.
Right. She tells me that I'm getting fat. It's like, okay, I do need to lose weight. I'm not healthy.
I can control that.
I feel like, yeah, the bald thing's a little tougher, but I do think it is, like, eventually somebody's going to be like, dude, just let it go.
Yeah.
But, like, most people, if you're gaining weight or whatever, you'll be like, I've gained weight. You know, like,
I don't comment on anyone's weight.
Yeah, by the time your wife is like, man, you're getting really big, like, you already know.
Anybody
I'm
ever
trying to keep up with you, baby?
Anybody ever gotten this one? You're just like your father.
Yes.
No.
Yep.
They would say it as a compliment, so there's no chance I'm going to hear that. I have never heard that. Not one. Not from my mother, not from the wife. Nobody has ever said that.
You're just like your father.
Including him. Oh, no. No, you were not.
I get that from a lot of auction committees.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
But you're dealing with the same committees that dealt with your dad.
That's exactly right.
Yes, that's a little different. Yeah, I don't really get that one either, but I also take after my mom a lot more.
Yeah, I definitely take after my mother a lot more. So.
I do as well. My sisters both got his genes. I got mom's genes.
I feel like that happens a lot with. Right, there's a reason there's daddy's girls and mama's boys.
Sure.
Right, my sister definitely takes after my father. Yeah. But you cannot say that.
And I've met your mom, and you definitely take after her, too.
Oh, I know.
You two are the same person, man.
Give me a wig, a couple more years, strap on some boobs, and here we go.
Things you should not say to your husband if you want to stay happily married. You are worthless.
Oh,
well, geez, man.
That's just generally harsh.
Where did this list come from?
A real bitter guy who was married to a bitch.
Don't say this.
You worthless, fat, bald, just like your fat, bald, worthless father.
10 ways to stay out of jail or something. Don't kill
I
people.
guess if they don't have a job or addicted to bad drugs, you might say that. Like, Jesus, man, you're worthless.
But even then, if you're wanting to maintain the thing, like, keep in mind, I take that title as people are saying this, not realizing that this could cripple your marriage.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. I got to think about it that way.
Right, but it's like there's a different way to say it. If that's your, take it in the positive. Like you want to tell somebody that they're worthless in a positive way to motivate them to get better. There's a different way to say it than just the blatant, dude, you're worthless.
I don't know that I've ever said that to somebody's face.
No.
To their face.
Yeah, to their face.
No, you'll say it about people.
Absolutely.
But I can't imagine, like, that's bold to be like, you are absolutely worthless.
Right.
Somebody here says, my sister looks like my dad with tease, and it's kind of funny.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, other than your boobs, you look just like your old man.
This is Bob. Things you should not say to your husband if you want to stay happily married. I don't need you.
Oh, well, damn.
Thanks. Obviously, you don't. You're a human being. You don't need anybody. But you made the choice that you wanted to be with me.
Hey.
So
I don't need you. Then why are we married?
Well, that gives me the opportunity to go to the bar.
I don't marry someone because I need them. I marry someone because I want to be with them.
Right. Well, in a sense,
I
you
can
need
still
them.
do my laundry. I can still get up in the morning, go to my job.
Sure.
Technically speaking, if I live my life alone, I can. I don't need anybody. Right. But I choose to be with you.
Right.
That's the difference.
It's one of those,
choice.
in a sense, you need them.
No.
It's a different kind of need them. Like, of course, you could live by yourself, but there's a sense that you need them. Things that you should not say to your husband if you want to stay happily married.
Yeah, I think I'm with Mike on this one. Like, obviously, you could live on your own. You've done that.
Don't think people say I'm starving. Like, no, you're not. You're hungry. But it's like I'm not going to split hairs. I get your point.
Right. Yeah. Right. I get you. I wish you were like so-and-so.
Well, it depends what they say.
Well, then go after so-and-so.
I mean, if you say Matthew McConaughey, we'll say, hey, we're going to get busy in the bedroom.
Right. That's the
Let me get Hyrule first and get naked.
Let me draw my Lincoln.
Play some bongos and let's get after it, you know?
Little tiny booger.
I was getting all up in them guts long before you paid me to do it.
Hey, I'm getting some nay-nay.
Things you should not say to your husband if you want to stay happily married. I regret marrying you.
Well, okay. He looks pretty flat out.
Find the positive, fellas.
How about this one? I killed a man today. I mean, things. Jesus.
I'm planning your murder.
Right.
Like, come on.
I mean, I guess I could fathom somebody in the heat of the moment, but if you said that, like, I will say this: I've dealt with people that, like, I'm not sure they fathom what they're saying. Sometimes it's like that is unbelievably Like, just harsh and mean.
Right. At that point, you're just trying to hurt. And congratulations, it's worked. And now you can't unsay it.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done.
Yeah. Well, why is our marriage on the rocks? Like, this relationship's weird. Remember when you told me you don't need me?
Because I don't like my drinks neat.
Right. Or not neat. What was it? Yeah. I should have never married you. Like, all right, well,
that says a lot.
Goodbye.
Exactly. But then, the number one thing that you should not say to your husband, if you want to stay happily married, this is going to be shocking.
I slept with your dad last night.
I say it all the time. I don't love you anymore.
Oh.
I mean, come on.
My God.
If you say that, you don't want to stay happily married.
Who found this list?
No kidding.
I don't think anyone said any of these things thinking, I'm going to make things better.
Right.
You fat, bald, worthless, just like your father, man that I should have never married and don't need. I don't love you.
I don't love you
Why
anymore.
are you upset? I was just telling you my feelings.
Right. It's like, this list is not for that person.
Right.
If you're saying, I do not love you anymore, your marriage is done.
You know this.
Come on. What are we doing?
Yeah, I mean, again, I have uttered those words, but we're not together.
Say, but you weren't fighting.
No, it was like during a breakup.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I can't imagine any other time you'd say that to your spouse.
So take that RB Italia blog. That's your list makes no sense. Sorry.
We know.
Yeah.
That should be the response.
It's Italia?
Italia, RB Italia.
Well,
blog.
Has marriage gotten that bad? We need to put out these lists?
If you need to explain that,
Man,
don't get married.
Maybe.
All right.
Because here it is.
Yeah.
A woman in India got her Amazon package thinking that it had the Xbox controller that she ordered, but what was inside could have killed her, Miles.
What was that?
Tell you all about it at 5:50.
Thank you, sir. Headlines are coming up at 5:50. In the meantime, let's get a contestant on the line for Profile This at 206-803-ROCK. Have we made it to drinking time?
What kind of programs does this school have? How are the test scores? How many kids do a classroom? Homes.com knows these are all things you ask when you're home shopping as a parent. That's why each listing on Homes.com includes extensive reports on local schools, including photos, parent reviews, test scores, student-teacher ratio, school rankings, and more. The information is from multiple trusted sources and curated by Homes.com's dedicated in-house research team. It's all so you can make the right decision for your family. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Granger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
If the last few years have taught us anything, it's that human connection means the world. By connecting with one another, we know we're not alone. By connecting, we feel what others feel. We breathe better, laugh easier, and feel healthier. At Regents, connection is at the heart of everything we do. It inspires our commitment to our communities and to you. Here, health isn't just a you thing, it's a we thing. Regents Blue Shield. Together we health.
You don't just live in your home. You live in your neighborhood as well. So when you're shopping for a home, you want to know as much about the area around it as possible. Luckily, Homes.com has got you covered. Each listing features a comprehensive neighborhood guide from local experts. Everything you'd ever want to know about a neighborhood, including the number of homes for sale, transportation, local amenities, cultural attractions, unique qualities, and even things like median lot size and a noise score. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Granger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
With an American Standard heat pump system, the future of heating and cooling your home is already here. Bringing constant comfort to your home, American Standard heat pumps are energy efficient, reliable, and ready for tomorrow today. Plus, making the upgrade from your traditional furnace or AC unit is easier than ever before with home energy offers, rebates, and tax credits. Learn more at americanstandardair.com/electrification. American Standard, built to a higher standard.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith from the Men's Room. And did you know I have a podcast? Well, I do. The Podcast. New episodes uploaded every Wednesday on the Odyssey app.
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the Men's Room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Steve at Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And today, well, this is sad. Today we toast actor Donald Sutherland. I don't know if you know, but Donald passed away earlier today at the age of 88. That's according to his son, actor Kiefer Sutherland. It's obviously been confirmed since that point. Don't have a lot of details about this. The family's just saying that he died after a long illness. We do not know what the illness was. We don't know if it's something he knew about for a long time. Either way, passed away at the age of 88. Now, keep in mind, his first movie was a movie called The World 10 Times Over. It came out in 1963. Over the next 61 years, he appeared in at least, they can't even confirm how many movies he's been in, because he's been in everything, so he's been in at least how many more? If you had to guess. 61-year movie career. Everyone knows who he is.
500.
Oh, whoa. Okay, it's not that many. It's he did a total of 87 movies.
Oh, damn.
At least, dude was around, as far as the public eye knowing who he was, for 61 years. My parents talked about him in MASH. First time I saw him, we watched Invasion of the Body Snatchers at a motel, but they had cable TV, and it scared the living bejesus out of me as a kid. Younger kids, including mine, know him as President Snow or something like that from the Hunger Games movies.
All right.
But this guy's always been around, and to me, he's kind of like Jeff Goldblum. Like, when he was on screen, he just kind of owned the scene for whatever reason. Do not know why, but it had to happen sometime. Still just crazy to me. Yeah, Donald Sutherland, man, died at the age of 88. 87 movies in a 61-year movie career. And what have you done with your life, loser? You fat bald just like her.
I don't love you anymore.
We don't love you anymore. So let's drink. We pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy!
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies.
Down the hola bichola.
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Steve at Thrill Hill, could you please tell everyone how Profile This is played?
I sure can, Miles. That's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Curtis. Welcome to the Men's Room.
How's it going?
Hola! All right, Curtis,
Hola.
You understand how this here game is played?
Yes, I do.
All right, you have a choice of one of three stories. We have Bite Me. In other words, what did someone find in their food? We have interior decorating, where you guess the foreign object that ended up on the inside of someone. And finally, Animalize This, where you guess the animal responsible for causing the problem.
I'm going to do interior decorating.
All right. This story to me is quite crazy. Authorities in Florida said a homeless man that was sent to jail last Friday, he was found to be concealing not one, not two, but 30 items in a condom hidden in his rectum. According to the Sheriff's County's office there, Neil Lansing, 33 years old, he'd been jailed following a court appearance on undisclosed charges when corrections deputies performing a routine cell block search noticed a piece of condom sticking out of Lansing's rectum. Lucky them. Just so you know, if you're in prison, I'd be the one guard that said, I saw nothing. Anyway, officials said they removed the condom and it was found to contain 17 Viagras, a cigarette, 6 matches, 1 flint, an empty syringe with an eraser covering the needle tip, because you can never be too careful, Ted.
Yeah.
A lip balm container, an unused condom, a pharmacy receipt, and something else. So the sheriff's office in Lansing, who they say that the sheriff's office said Lansing, who's being held without bond, is facing charges of possessing a drug and tobacco product in jail. Now the question is, other than the 17 Viagra, cigarette, matches, Flint, syringe, lip balm, and pharmacy receipt, what else did he have in his pant hams? Was it tweezers, a coupon, a lollipop, or a rubber band? So tweezers, a coupon, a lollipop, or a rubber band. What else did he have in that pinata that he calls an ass? My man came prepared. Who keeps a receipt? What is so important about that receipt? I was going to return it later, so I hid it in my butt.
I want to say a coupon.
I'm right there with you, Curtis. When I had 2 young kids, man, I loved the coupon lifestyle. Saved a ton of money.
Exactly.
I mean, I was thinking that as well, only because the receipt's in there.
You got a receipt, why not?
But
prescription note, legal pad,
a lollipop. I mean, for later.
Lollipop. I don't know. Just to be different, and just because he's got so much weird stuff in there, I'll go with tweezers.
Tweezers for 10. What else was up there? Tweezers, coupon, a lollipop, or a rubber band? We'll find out next.
That was a tease.
What kind of programs does this school have? How are the test scores? How many kids do a classroom? Homes.com knows these are all things you ask when you're home shopping as a parent. That's why each listing on Homes.com includes extensive reports on local schools, including photos, parent reviews, test scores, student-teacher ratio, school rankings, and more. The information is from multiple trusted sources and curated by Homes.com's dedicated in-house research team. It's all so you can make the right decision for your family. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
99.9 KISW. We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Our categories: interior decorating. On profile, we got a Florida homeless man, and he was, I guess, getting arrested or whatever the deal was, but 30 items were hidden in his backside inside a condom after a search. Tons of different things.
Yes, he had 17 Viagra, a cigarette, 6 matches, 1 Flint, an empty syringe with an eraser covering the needle, a lip balm container, an unused condom, and a pharmacy receipt. Plus,
was it tweezers, a coupon, a lollipop, or a rubber band?
And Curtis, that's the question we asked you because of this guy, we had to ask that question. Let's start with Ted Smith. You went with tweezers.
Tweezer.
It was not tweezers. I know the man is kind of like a Swiss Army knife on the backside, but it was not tweezers. Now, Curtis, you and Miles agreed that it's a coupon, which to me is the dumbest answer possible, but you did state the point that he does have a pharmacy receipt, so obviously, on some level, his retail interactions are important to him. And you're correct. He had a coupon in his butt. The thing that kills him about these stories, don't you want to know what the coupon was for? What coupon? Because there's a million coupons.
Well, though, Seattle would be Mud Bay.
That's tough.
No.
Now for all TV news all the time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
It is an expensive store.
That's why I kept a coupon. Hold on, I got a coupon for this. There it is. Oh, no, wait, sorry, that's a receipt.
Hopefully it wasn't a Rite Aid's receipt. All right, your choices today. You have Stephen Colbert.
All right.
Seth Meyers. The Jimmies.
Fallon and Kimmel.
Or Ted Smith.
Is it Ted or is it late now?
That's right there. The Title Scouts have teams of talented writers, something from the monologues each and every night. It is up to you to determine, is this an actual late night joke and from whom, or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un signed an agreement pledging mutual aid if attacked. The two leaders also exchanged gifts, and Putin gave him a car. And because it was for Kim Jong-un, it's one of those little plastic Jeeps.
Fallon. Colbert?
Fallon.
Some news from overseas. Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un just signed an agreement that pledges mutual aid if either country faces aggression. The two leaders also exchanged gifts, and Putin gave him a car. Yeah. And because it was for Kim Jong-un, it was one of those little plastic Jeeps.
Authorities in Hong Kong evacuated a train because of a snake on board a train. Meanwhile, in New York, a snake with a train on it was the only one without rats.
Seth Meyers.
Fallon. That's Seth.
Authorities in Hong Kong evacuated a train this week after a snake was discovered on board. Meanwhile, in New York, a train with a snake on it was the only one without rats.
Down in California, a pet donkey who had been lost for years was recently spotted living with a herd of elk. So if you're hunting elk in California and wonder why it tastes weird, now you know.
Ted Smith.
That is.
Right.
I was going to say he identifies.
5 years. That thing's been missing for 5 years.
Yeah, the elk took him in.
Right. I think Steve and I were having a discussion about this. Apparently the donkey is the universal friendly animal. Even if you go to Shrek World, whatever it is, like a donkey can blend in anywhere.
Like for whatever reason.
Family parties.
Dogs end up liking
reunions.
donkeys. Yeah. This thing likes, and I met one donkey poke. God rest his soul. I love that freaking donkey. I don't know what it is about donkeys. Maybe it's a Jedi mind trick or something, but you're like, you know what, man? I know you're not one of us, but come to poker night.
Yeah, they can blend in with it, like you, Ted. You're like a human donkey. You can blend into any situation.
I was going to say, in Thrill's case, outside of your children, you speak more highly of that donkey than anybody else.
I cannot explain it. I'm telling you, me and Pokey had a freaking connection. I love donkeys now.
Chipotle is now selling a new Chipotle Boy Bowl aimed at finance bros. It's a normal bowl, but instead of building it yourself, your dad just hands it to you.
Seth
Colbert.
Fallon.
Chipotle is selling a new Chipotle Boy Bowl aimed at finance bros. Yeah, a bowl for finance bros. It's a normal bowl, but instead of building it yourself, your dad just hands it to you.
And it's small enough to put in your Patagonia vest.
They do buy vests.
That's just the standard look, right? Button-up shirt, maybe a tie, maybe not, and that vest.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I used to follow an account called Midtown Fancy.
All right.
So just all the finance pros in New York. Thrill brought this up during the shot of the day, but Donald Sutherland did pass away. Donald Sutherland, like you said, 81 movies.
At least they keep track of the stuff. They're like at least 87, which means we're not quite sure, but at least that many.
Right, and his his big break came in The Dirty Dozen, which became a massive hit in 1967. Mm-hmm. Mike, who's the football player in the original Dirty Dozen? Greatest football player of all time? Jim Brown.
That's right.
Good call. Mm-hmm. Also arguably the greatest lacrosse player of all time.
Absolutely.
But actually now I'll take Paul Rabel. He went to the bathroom. And Rabel he started the league.
That guy. I know.
Yeah.
Not the Gate brothers?
Yeah.
The Gate brothers were very good. I think you could make the argument that Paul Rabel, though, if you ask lacrosse people, would probably say he's the best lacrosse player of all time.
Right. And has been instrumental, and it's growing success.
Steve Rabel might have been the fastest white guy on the Seahawks ever.
Could have been faster without the mustache.
But also, Sutherland was in a ton of stuff. I got a list here from BuzzFeed that's pretty good, just talking about his 10 most iconic roles.
Just quick, before you go through it, did he ever win an Academy Award?
I did not read that.
I don't.
Because you know what? That would be front and center. That's top of the pyramid.
Former Oscar winner.
Yeah, that's top of the pyramid.
It's crazy to me because, again, and this is just me, and you like who you like for reasons you can't explain, but like I said, I compared him to Jeff Goldblum or whatever. He's just one of those dudes. You don't know what character he's going to be, but when he's on screen, he kind of owns that scene until he's off screen.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's not on the list, but like today, like I kind of forgot. You guys remember the movie Backdraft?
Yeah.
So there's scenes where they go to see the guy that's like a serial arsonist to kind of get info.
Right.
Like Sutherland's barely in that movie, but like you're like, oh yeah, that's a powerful performance.
That's what I mean, man. He's just that guy.
Yeah. Always a little creepy too to me.
Always a little creepy, without a doubt. It's kind of like Anthony Hopkins. He can't do anything about his creep factor. Sir Anthony Hopkins, you are correct. But there's a gravity to their performances.
He took time reading his lines.
Yeah.
Or just going, just
being the character.
The pace, yeah.
And honestly, it's amazing that the amount, when I read off some of these films, like just the amount of time it spanned. So they have his role in Citizen X in 1995. All right, obviously nobody in here saw that. Did anybody see JFK?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
All right, he was Mr. X in that. Basically, he was the guy that like had some secret info.
That was one of the more underrated Oliver Stone flicks.
I love that movie.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
But I'm a history nerd, so like the JFK assassination stuff is very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Calvin Jarrett in Ordinary People, that was in 1980.
I know the name of the movie, but I never saw it.
I don't remember. I want to say like starring Goldie Hawn.
I don't think Mike will know this one. The three of us would all know this one. Professor Dave Jennings in Animal House.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He's the one smoking dope with all the students and everything.
Not far off from his real persona.
Detective John Clute in Clute, 1971.
Again, I know the name, not a movie I saw.
Yeah, people love that movie.
All right. Matthew Bonnell in The Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
That's the first time I saw him. And he was a good guy in that movie. And I don't want to spoil it, but at the end, something went poorly for him. And as a kid, it freaked me the F out. We watched the movie in a motel. The movie, and I thought it was a fascinating movie as a kid. The movie ends not how a child would predict it's going to. And my dad's like, all right, let's go to bed. Lights out. And I'm like, Jesus, man.
That's how I felt the other night after watching The Boys.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just,
I was like, I would have some weird dreams. And I did.
I finished the second episode last night. Third tonight. As far as what they have.
Yeah. Mr. Bennett in Pride and Prejudice from 2005. Mm-hmm. Again, I know the name of that film. I never saw it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think you'd like it.
All right. It's historical.
Yeah. That's why I think you'd like it. That's specifically why I think you'd like it.
These are some of Donald Sutherland's greatest, most iconic roles. Sergeant Oddball and Kelly's Heroes.
I know the name.
That is a kind of like a Brat Pack cast or an Ocean's 11 cast.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
So
all right.
that Kelly's Heroes was about everyone that was popular as an actor and
they're going to play a role in this movie
at that time. So they 5 or 6 dudes that were all
okay.
Like, you knew who they were.
All right. Let's see. Mike, here you go. President Snow in The Hunger Games, Catching Fire, Mockingjay Part 1, Mockingjay Part 2, and The Ballad of the Songbirds and Snakes.
Was that kind of his last big role?
I think it's his last big one. The movie, the most recent movie he worked on and or completed, I was looking at it earlier today, is nothing I'd heard of, and they said it came out in 2020.
All right, to give you an idea.
It is fair to say, Mike, I'm with you. I think that's the last big one, and that had a whole new generation of fans come to him.
Right.
Because it's The Hunger Games.
Yeah.
So, Kelly's Heroes, Clint Eastwood.
All right.
Donald Sutherland.
All right.
Telly Savalas.
Ooh, Kojak.
Don Rickles. Carol O'Connor from All in the Family.
Oh, and The Heat of the Night.
Yeah. Gavin McLeod from Love Boat. And it keeps going from there.
Wow. Okay.
And then the number one role he was iconic for was Hawkeye Pierce in MASH.
Right.
In 1970.
Quite the career.
It's somebody here, they texted in, Donald Sutherland, he's on a list of the greatest actors never to be nominated for an Oscar. As well, he should be, man.
That is kind of crazy that he's never even been nominated.
And he
I
did
get
some crap
losing.
movies where, and he knows it, but in the end, he's one of those people that said, no, I like to act. How an audience is going to respond to the movie, I have no control.
I think he did one flick with his kid.
Did he do it on Kiefer?
I think he did one movie with Kiefer. Which is, I mean, kind of a cool deal, like Ken playing with Ken Griffey Jr.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
really.
One of those moments where you're like, wow, I look up to my dad and now I'm on the same stage.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be like if Bronny makes it in the NBA next year.
It would be huge.
Exactly.
He could play with LeBron.
But I get the feeling that the tribute to him at next year's Oscar Awards, like you know, they're working on that now. So it'll be in memoriam. And I'm just guessing this. So they do the in memoriam. They'll show the people. They clap for some people. They other people go like, who are they? I get the feeling he's going to get a separate kind of respect.
No, he'll also get maybe a posthumous award for lifetime achievement or something where he's never been nominated.
Because I think it's undeniable. You say lifetime achievement, like, look, man, whether you got the awards or not, you've been in critical stuff, you've been in comedies, you played a bad guy, you played a good guy, you played crazy people, you played a killer, you played a cop, you played everything. Everyone knew who he was, and I'd never heard another actor complaining about being on the set with him.
Here's what I think they need to do. It's a little too soon to say at this point, so apologies for the crass here. But he was in the movie Beer Fest. I don't know if you guys remember that, but he was a character that had passed away.
Oh yeah,
and he had made an entire video. It was a video will basically, and he chugged like 3 or 4 beers in that entire video. How you doing down there? You looking good? Like, it was like great little bit. I don't know if they played that for him.
Also, you talk about Rat Pack and all that kind of stuff. Fast Time at Richmond's High. What's that guy's name? Judd
Nelson. Judd Nelson. That's Judd.
Apatow?
No. This is
Judge Reinhold.
Judge Reinhold.
Damn it.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So I saw an interview with him. He was on Rich Eisen's radio show, and they were talking about Fast Time at Richmond High and how Spicoli.
Yeah.
Right. Sean Penn. So he's like, look, you got to keep in mind, we're young actors and everything. He's like, I've never met the guy. You don't know who he is. And the director just said, hey, just so you know, just call him Spicoli. That's, like he's...
So is he a method actor, I guess?
I guess so. But, like, Judge doesn't know this. So he says, like, literally, he goes the whole time. And, like, Penn's from California or, like, Malibu or something. So it's not that crazy. This guy might just be a surfer dude that smokes weed that they cast in this movie. But he says it's like the last day of filming. I forget which scene it is, because sometimes they'll film stuff out of order.
Sure.
But basically, they end the scene, and he says Sean Penn just clicks it off. And he's like, all of a sudden, I'm talking to this, like, intelligent, like,
intense
guy, right, that's, like, talking about film and this and that. And he was just like, that's how good he was, and he's a method actor. He's like, we had, on the set, because nobody really had heard of him, they had no idea that he was just a normal dude.
That's my skull.
Yeah. Right, and he said the first scene he saw him in was him getting out of the famous van and all the smoke billowing out. So they were like, oh, this guy is just that guy. I don't know. I thought it was pretty interesting. Also,
That's
maybe right, kind of shows you what how good method actors are. Yeah. I've also heard though. I'm trying to. I can't. Well, what's his name when he played Lincoln? Kind of crazy guy.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
He's a method actor. Somebody else that's
Gyllenhaal is also
super
a method
intense, and people are like, "All right, dude, like enough."
It depends on the role you're playing. Not Joaquin Phoenix, but I think it was Jake Gyllenhaal. Did he play the Joker in Suicide Squad?
No. That was Leto.
Okay, so the other actors complain like, we understand he's a method actor, would not break out of the character, but when it's the Joker, it's annoying. If it's Spicoli, it's funny.
Right.
Right? They're like, you're trying to eat lunch, and he would do things the Joker would do because he's in character, and they were getting pissed because they're like, we're not filming!
There's sports teams you absolutely despise, but there might be something about the organization you like.
Sure.
Tonight, series premiere on Netflix, America's Sweethearts, the Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders.
Yeah. There you go.
Say, you might want to check it out. I don't know.
Thank you, Ted. We appreciate it. You're listening to The Men's Room.
It's warming up, folks, and about time to turn on your AC unit and cross your fingers. Or you can give up that moment of truth and switch to an American Standard heat pump system like I did. My place is on Comfort Autopilot thanks to American Standard. Energy efficient and reliable, my heat pump keeps things cool like the Arctic in the summer. And with energy incentives, I was able to save. Ready for the future of comfort? Learn more at AmericanStandardAir.com/electrification.
Picture this. It's blazing hot outside and you need to get to work. You get into your car and turn on the AC to get cold air pumping as soon as possible. But it doesn't work. Instead, blowing hot air out of your vents and directly into your face. No, your car doesn't hate you. This issue is commonly caused by low refrigerant due to leaks in the air conditioning system. And there's an easy, all-in-one solution that will restore the cold air in no time. There's no need to go to the shop and pay lots of money when you can save time and money recharging yourself with AC Pro Recharge Kits. AC Pro Recharge Kits make restoring cold air easy for even those with zero DIY experience. And the AC Pro app offers clear, vehicle-specific instructions to help you get the job done in less than 10 minutes. So pick up an AC Pro Recharge Kit at any store selling auto products and confidently restore your car's cold air yourself today. Be a pro with AC Pro.
Ready to start talking to your kids about financial literacy? Meet Greenlight, the debit card and money app that teaches kids and teens how to earn, save, spend wisely, and invest with your guardrails in place. Parents can send instant money transfers, automate allowance, and more. Plus, keep an eye on spending with real-time notifications. Join more than 6 million families building healthy financial habits together on Greenlight. Get your first month free at greenlight.com/Odyssey. That's greenlight.com/Odyssey.
The men's room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. Tragedy on I-95 as a tractor-trailer fire burns 40,000 pounds of beer. Meanwhile, an Ohio lawyer can practice again after filling up Pringle cans with his rear. We stay in Ohio, where a man is sorted today after taking a roller coaster to the face. A man who stole 4 beers says jail is maybe not the worst place. And a woman orders a game controller on Amazon. Gets a delicious tall king cobra. It's time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my car.
Top story, we go to India where something got mixed up in shipping. A woman had gone to Amazon to order herself an Xbox controller. Everything went like any other traditional order, but when she went to open it, she was a little thrown off as a massive cobra erupted from inside the box. She and her family worked to contain the serpent while calling Amazon support. Why they didn't just call, animal control, I don't know, but they called Amazon support. They were put on hold for several hours while they sorted things out. They tell media that they were given a full refund for the order, but as far as how this happened is still to be determined.
Wait a minute, you said this happened in India?
Yeah.
So do you think when they called Amazon customer support, they had an American?
They get an American.
So my question is this. Did the package, you've seen an Amazon package, you've got 9 pounds of bubble wrap in it, and you're like, why don't they put it in 3 boxes? So did the animal get in there and she still get her game controller?
No.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Because it doesn't say that in the store.
No, my understanding, she did not get the game controller, and her point was they delivered it directly. They handed it to her. It was not left on her porch, so it could not have climbed in.
This feels like a doggone hit job, dude.
It does.
That
100%.
was my first thought. Who are your ex? And who knows? That's just my thought. But a cobra?
Right.
Yeah.
And the controller's not even in there. You could have the plausible deniability of somehow we looked away and this doggone thing slithered in there when we were wrapping it shut.
And according to her, part of the reason it didn't just strike at her, get this little agitated for obvious reasons.
Of course.
It was stuck in all the packing tape.
Right.
So they could see it moving, but it was stuck in. Good Lord.
Yeah. As soon as I read that, I was like, is somebody trying to whack this woman?
No, but it reminds me, I'm telling you, the orders got messed up because I ordered a King Cobra from Amazon India and ended up with this freaking Xbox controller. Xbox.
I ordered a King Cobra and just got a 40.
That was my idea on the tees.
In other news to Florida, where a man stood on business. I love this story.
Stand on business.
Stand on business. Authorities got the call about a man that had stolen from a local Shell station. Story goes that he walked out of the store with a stolen beer, and when confronted by the store's owner, he admitted that he had meant not to pay for them, that he stole them. He said, I did. I walked out with them and I stole them. When officers arrived, they informed the man that if he went into the store and paid for the beer, the clerk would just let the whole thing go. We'll wash this whole thing. Just go in there, go pay for your beer. He replied by popping one of the drinks open and saying, I'd just rather go to jail.
Okay. Well.
And went to jail he did.
Cops probably. Okay. All right.
Get in the car.
The guy's not doing great in life, and you're just like, screw it. I'd rather be in jail.
I'd rather have drink 1 beer and go to jail.
Take me.
Than pay for a 6-pack. What is going on?
He's already S-bombed.
Right.
He's probably the same guy that we had for interior decorating earlier. They pulled a condom out of his ass with all we've got a coupon.
What beer do you think I know what beer it is. What beer do you think he had when he cracked it open?
I'm going to say
Ice House.
Bud Light.
Ice House Bud Light. It was a Modelo.
Really?
Wow.
Huh.
They come in big beer. They come in big cans.
They do.
They get 24.
I feel like you only get the tall boys in that one.
Modelo?
Yeah.
Modelo's on problem
like you can find a box of them, I'm sure, but I feel like for the most part,
Modelo's good for 4 sips, and then it starts to get flat.
It does.
It's weird, especially out of a can.
That's where the lime comes in.
I can't figure it out. Yeah, maybe so. Pacifico doesn't do that. Tecate doesn't do that.
But I like that little glass bottle with the gold top.
Yeah.
Man, I like drinking a Modelo Speciale.
Speciale.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it.
Because it feels better.
Tell you what, You drink one of those as a guy that now owns a real cowboy hat? That felt great.
My God.
Yeah.
Ready to put on the spurs.
Take off the hat, give my forehead a little rub, take a sip of my Modelo.
It's like drinking an OE and a Kangol.
Did you fan yourself with your hat, Ted?
Something authentic about the experience.
But I won't be doing any of that Saturday at the Lime. I'll be enjoying Metro IPA.
And a baseball cap, I'm guessing.
Maybe I'll wear the cowboy hat.
Oh, dude, yeah. Yeah,
Ted,
come on,
we'll
man.
go cowboy hat for cowboy hat. You wear yours, I'll wear mine.
Still tuxedo shirts?
Let's do it. Tuxedo shirts and cowboy hats. Let's get her done. Lyman Kirkland, 2-4.
Reeks of class.
Yeah. Drinking IPAs and tuxedo shirts and cowboy hats at the Lime in Kirkland.
If you're not sold now, we can't help you.
Yeah, that's right.
You can grab Miles's penis and hope he sneezes. Got you.
Thanks. Thrill's going to be there.
Gotta reach. The Black Monster.
Black Monster will be there.
Grab a King Cobra or Miles.
Oh, Lordy.
You'll know the difference.
A man in Ohio went into a restricted area and led to a phrasing and a headline that frustrates me. While at Kings Island Amusement Park, the man snuck into a restricted area of a roller coaster called Banshee. As can be expected, he found himself in a location where, as the cars of the coaster were coming by, he managed to make contact with it, injuring the 38-year-old man to a critical level and landing him in the hospital. The ride has been closed pending an investigation, but we all did get this headline, quote, "Man critically injured after being hit by Banshee at Kings Island." That roller coaster did not hit him one bit.
It's got like corkscrews and a loop, right?
Right.
So I know what happened. He rode that ride. Something in his pocket, something in his jacket, his phone, his keys, his wallet fell out.
It was his phone.
He was trying to sneak back in to find that.
They even told him. He talked to the little...
They said, wait till we close.
Just wait till we close.
Right.
He wouldn't wait. And they said he, not intentionally, but the clothing he was wearing was close enough to a park employee that even when he kind of snuck into the restricted area, they thought, probably like a supervisor, something like that. Reached in to get his phone, got hit in the head with a roller coaster.
It's like when I asked that woman, a Fred Meyer in khakis and a red vest for, like, do you know where? And she's like, I don't work here. And I'm like, and I looked around, I'm like,
you look like
I didn't
else.
say it, but I was like, you're dressed like every single person who works here, man.
Come on, man. Just in case those stories left a bad taste in your mouth.
Thankfully, there's good news.
Over to Japan, where a man got lucky and beat a Guinness World Record. After years of cross-pollination and careful pruning, our man has successfully grown the luckiest clover with an astounding 63 leaves, beating the previous record of 56.
I don't feel lucky with that. I feel like mutation is on the way.
You genetically did that.
Right? I feel
that's
like
not luck.
even the, like a 5-leaf clover. No, like that's not lucky enough for me. It needs the 4.
It's 4. That's what the luck was.
Come on, man. Come on. Men's Room Sports. The Mariners wrapped up their series with the Guardians today after falling last night in an 8-0 shutout loss. Unfortunately, losing the series after losing the early morning game today, 6-3. But you know what? Like I said, the Guardians are a tough team. It made sense. Like, as far as power rankings go that came out earlier this week, they were number 3. We're number 7. So
the Mariners are still crushing.
We're still cooking, man. We got this. I think we're down to 9 or maybe 8.5 games in first place at this point. So we're all right. We'll bounce back. They'll make their way over to Miami to take on the Marlins. George Kirby's getting the start. As far as your weather, the heat is a coming, gang. We're topping out around 80 right now, and that'll settle down to just under 60 right around 6 a.m. before cooking back up to a day of clear skies and a high of 81.
Let's go Firebirds.
As if your headlines with that, Mike Hawkins out.
Metallica tickets all day tomorrow starting at 6 a.m. with a daily Migs morning show.
Yes, indeed, it is all true. But in the meantime, we be all about this bitch. So until tomorrow, please, you don't need both hands. Please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network. Oh, man! A Double Flush production.
You don't just live in your home. You live in your neighborhood as well. So when you're shopping for a home, you want to know as much about the area around it as possible. Luckily, Homes.com has got you covered. Each listing features a comprehensive neighborhood guide from local experts. Everything you'd ever want to know about a neighborhood, including the number of homes for sale, transportation, local amenities, cultural attractions, unique qualities, and even things like median lot size and a noise score. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.